you can't niba?
So you pretty much flow with the goal.
I come to the right place then.
Post Rolls Jiu Jitsu podcast.
All right. Welcome to the studio. Guys, thanks for joining us in the studio. We got Adam Schmaltz, the professor and head instructor and new owner of Mission Grappling Club on Mission Avenue in San Marcos, which is going to be awesome. We got Chance Edstrom, the babyface assassin. Thanks for the brown belt at Ballroom Jiu Jitsu. Thanks for taking time off to catch a predator working as a minor, since you look like a minor. To be here. And Nick Angeloni, the best last name that anyone could ever have.
All right.
And I'm Miles Lucas. This is the Jiu Jitsu Post Rolls podcast. Post Rolls Jiu Jitsu podcast.
There it is.
Roll the intro, Jamie.
All right. All right. So here's what we're gonna do. We're starting, unless Flow Grappling is messed up. It seems like they changed the order. Oh, by the way, we're watching Who's Number One 22, which is the Nicky Rod and the guy that looks
Victor
like
Hugo.
Yeah, that's right.
This is our first fight companion. Thanks for joining us for the fight companion, boys.
Yeah.
Nice.
Awesome, yeah.
So as far as we can tell,
thanks for having us.
The Jacob Couch match is first on the card, even though it's not slated to be.
Okay.
So unless we're wrong, we're starting it on the couch match, and we'll just put it to the beginning, and then you can give me a countdown. And I'll press play, and then everybody, if they want to, can use it as the fight companion. But honestly, I think 0 people are going to do that. So
just
I probably could
start
just press play.
the time.
When you watch, if you watch Joe Rogan's podcast, the fight companion, does it display like a timer?
Yeah.
It does, right?
Well, I know they have. Yeah, they have done that before. I don't think they every time.
I've never once
put the two together.
Put on Joe Rogan Fight Companion and played it with the thing.
It would be fun though.
He's already on the. Oh wait, no. He only does Fight Companions when he's not commentating. Huh?
Right. Yeah. That's true. But it's just you're just in your car. Everyone listens to that in their car.
Yeah.
So it's just
that is.
I don't have 3 hours not driving.
That's what I'm doing when I'm stuck in LA traffic.
Yeah.
And call me crazy. I actually don't go to Joe Rogan or Eddie Bravo for my MMA insights.
Is that right?
That's right.
Who do you go to?
I'm gonna say my go-to is the Faraz Sahabi.
Oh dang! I thought you were gonna say B Team.
He's like the most mindful, I think.
Oh yeah,
MMA,
yeah. He's always. Let's do mind exercises. Isn't that what he says? Or no, experiments. Do you know
mind experiments?
Oh, he says it all the time when he was on Rogan's podcast.
Who says that?
Faraz Sahabi.
Really?
Did I say that wrong?
No, you got it.
He's the man. Yeah. No, he was like, well, let's talk about this. Let's do a little mental experiment. Like, what?
No.
Rogan was like, that's enough. All right.
It is super hard, though, to go super deep. Like, I have a lot of respect for some of the guys that go on there and try to explain the intricacies of something, like, super complicated.
Rogan? Yeah.
And because I even felt it last time I was talking to you guys, and you're like, okay, what about the kids program? I'm like, okay, you guys ready for this? And like, I'm just like how deep you want me to? You're like, no. And it's really difficult to do it justice because in their mind, the expert's mind,
right,
they're like shitting the bed when they're trying to explain this. But you know what I'm saying? They're messing up because they know how deep they can go, and they can't go that deep on the show
for sure.
So you have to be like a communicator.
They have 3 hours. They
can, but they still don't. I know that they're trying to make it sound entertaining and appealing for people, and it's really hard to do with like cold hard facts.
That's
and
true.
You're just like going. So I have a lot of respect for the guys that can do it well because it's not easy to be very knowledgeable and communicate it in a way where people want to listen to what it is.
Well, that's how you know people that know stuff the best, right?
Yeah.
You can deliver stuff in a simple way. Man.
That is true. That is true.
It takes talent to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Let's play.
Let's do it.
Let's play. I will say this: when you look forward, the bill of your hat is on Miles's face in the thing, so you might have to either go backwards head or no.
I got you. Let's get it. I'll get a little tighter over here.
All right.
I know you guys at home want to see my face plenty, so make sure that accommodates.
All right.
Oh, nice. Going backward hat, putting in work over here. That's what it looks
I
like.
got you, baby.
Yeah. Thanks. Appreciate you. My
yeah.
first student, guys. Chance was my first student in Ocean Beach in
Lawn.
19.
Ocean on the lawn.
On the lawn. We used to roll on the lawn. No,
Classic.
do we have geese? We had like maybe blue geese or something, or maybe no geese.
No, it was geese. Just some torn up shitty geese, man, with grass stains.
Okay,
Yes.
tell
Like
the
20
kids,
years ago.
Tell the kids at home we're at 1451 on the Jacob couch.
Yeah,
the
we're
Hillbilly
47,
Hammer Match.
46, 45, 44.
Sync up.
So yeah, all three of you guys listening at home. This is going to be exciting. So the Hammer has been on a lot of these and is a seasoned competitor at this stuff, and so at this rule set. And it's pretty tough. What's Sebastian? Do you guys know anything about Sebastian?
Yeah, he's pretty solid. Usually, I'm surprised he's playing on top because usually he pulls.
Couch pulled before they even got near each other.
Yeah, I think that's a good move for Couch because Sebastian's way strong on the bottom. He pulls a lot. He's one of Murillo. He's trained with Murillo Santana. He's a Unity guy. Oh, Couch on the leg.
Dang.
Couch on the leg. He's on the heel already.
Is it over?
Oh,
It's over.
That's painful.
It's over. Wow.
He's
Oh
like,
yeah,
no.
he's hooking it up strong too. He's got a pretty
Wow.
solid grip on it.
That was like so like full heel exposure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's getting there again.
No.
Oh no, come on, dude.
Dude,
No,
flexible
dude.
heel hooks. So outside heel hooks, like there's a lot more
Right.
room for risk there.
Yep. Oh, he's on that one pretty good.
Dang.
Yeah.
There it is. Oh, and he's
Wow.
sadness washes
Yeah,
over him.
it was a pretty
Got
good
that in
move
quick.
by Couch to pull. Yeah, he popped his knee.
Hey,
That's the knee pop.
let me
He
say
probably
this.
popped it earlier.
If you
Yeah.
beat somebody, don't beat them and then also be like, hey, I'm better than you and I'm a nicer guy than you. You know what I'm saying? What do you mean? Like when someone like chokes someone unconscious and then they move the refs out of the way, like, are you okay? You all right? You know what I mean? Like, and they sit there with them on the knee. I'm like, dude, just give them their space.
Right.
You can be
Also-
respectful later. Like, let them be sad alone. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good
Yeah.
call. Oh, I really like that.
Neutral.
what?
Just be neutral.
Be neutral and shake their hand later because like Lyoto Machida and like Anderson Silva used to do that where they would knock somebody out and then they would just kneel next to their lifeless body.
Yeah.
Like, no, dude, just get out of the frame.
Yeah.
And
Try
let
and
them
help
have their
them back
moment.
up.
Right.
Yeah.
How about when Anderson Silva knocked Forrest down and then was gonna help him back up before the match wasn't even over? He was like, do you need a hand up? And Forrest's like, no, I'll get up on my own. The match is
My
still
own.
happening.
Yeah.
No, that's a good call. I mean, you don't want to just run around the match with your hands up, like, yeah, I did it.
Yeah.
I think that's totally fine, dude.
Do you think so?
I've been lost. I've lost, and then been vaguely aware of the guy yelling, celebrating.
Yeah.
And I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, of course.
He's happy.
Yeah.
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 Yeah,
He
if
did
it's,
a good-
if
he
it's
did a big thing for his life.
sportsmanlike, right? If it's somewhat sportsmanlike, it's fine. If you start to be disrespectful.
Yeah, he wasn't saying
Yeah.
anything to me. He was just like, yeah, just flexing it.
Right.
Like,
He's
that's-
pumped.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Right? Yeah.
I mean, I like to take my rash guard off and throw it in the crowd. That's what I like to do.
I take my rash guard, I throw it on the guy.
Just a wet rash guard.
Dude, one of my
That's probably a disrespectful
friends,
part.
And then pants him and push him down.
This is not what I was saying, guys. No, this is not.
I fought in Oregon, and I fought this hometown hero guy.
Oh, yeah?
And I knocked him out a minute 19. But I remember going out. I walked out, and he had this huge the whole place was
Yeah.
Apparently there was a guy sitting next to my wife that was like, oh yeah, I'm here to look at so and so, and he was my opponent. He's like, yeah, I'm thinking about sponsoring him, this and that. And Chael Sonnen was there too. And so the whole crowd screamed for him, right? And then they go me. And they go fighting at Norco, California, and it was dead silence. And I hear one guy in the back go, "The Italian Stallion," making fun of my name. And then so I knocked this guy out. I took my mouthpiece out and I threw it in the crowd. And I was like, "What's up, motherfuckers?" And I threw my mouthpiece in the crowd. I was angry. At
They
them.
did that to you, though. They did that to you. The crowd fought. The crowd.
Yeah. That's what happens.
But I was still
great.
respectful to the opponent.
What was the knockout? What'd you do?
It was a liver kick and then followed up with some right
Respect,
hand.
huh?
Yeah, dude, those
Dang.
things suck.
Master Sensei
The
Boss
liver
Ruby.
kicks get you.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, you're not. You think you're like, oh, I could weather that storm.
So he trained under Dwayne Ludwig, yeah, and Boss Rutan. How about that?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Very cool.
Boss is cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. Would he come to the? He'd come to the gym every once in a while.
They would have seminars.
Yeah,
They would have seminars. And Dwayne told me that his seminar fee was $10,000.
I mean, it's like that's
Wow.
what does a good comedian get? Because Boss is hilarious.
That's true. There was there was a show
Very cool.
aspect involved also.
Him, Henzo Gracie.
Yes.
Who else? Who are the?
Very funny people. Yeah.
The people that deliver, like professor or teachers that deliver the information super funny to me are like my favorite ones.
It's they're cool. There's some different styles. There's one. Do you guys know Marco Barbosa?
Yeah.
He has the
Is he
B9.
good?
His team is a B9. He's
Sure.
incredible. But the way he teaches, he talks like everyone's in kindergarten. But it's funny.
Right.
He's like a Brazilian guy. He's like, okay, you take your little hand and you put it right here.
Really?
Yeah, he's cool. And he was one time he's teaching a seminar, and I was there. And he was talking about kind of being a little rough to get an armbar. And he's like, he looks, and he speaks Portuguese, right? His English isn't perfect. He looks and he's like, and if you have a dark heart. That was his way of describing you want to get a little rough with someone, right? Yeah, because he was talking about jamming your knee into
I wonder if there's a lost in translation thing there, or if that's really what he meant.
I don't know, but it was so funny. He's like, if you have a dark heart, then he's like, you just can knee them in the side of the face. And I was just like, oh, I like that.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
That's
Eddie Bravo is like that. I'm sorry, I cut you off.
that's a B9 gym up Edison's, right?
Yes, Andrew Eidson is on his team. That's actually where I was when I was at that seminar.
Oh,
was
wow.
At Andrew's
All
gym.
right. Yeah.
Where's
Andrew's
Eidson
awesome.
at? Isn't that
He's in.
It was 4S.
It was
but now
4S.
it's a little bit south.
Oh,
Moved
right,
down
right,
to
yeah.
PQ, Rancho Penasquitos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And so now he calls it his own name, right? He calls it
Yes.
Andrew.
Yeah, because it was in 4S, so might as well call it 4S.
No, that's an awesome gym. You guys,
Yeah.
I saw you guys had I don't know, maybe 10 black belts on the mat the other night.
Yeah. He has and you know what's cool about his gym is that they've been there for so long. I remember
It's the
those
same group of guys.
from. Because Andrew is a student of Paulo's.
Right, yeah.
From a long time ago. And so when I joined, Andrew was a blue belt when I was a white belt. And we both got promoted. So when I
Your
got my
fingers
blue,
are so
you got
loud,
purple.
Professor.
Oh,
They're just banging in
I know,
my eardrums.
listen here.
They're just so thick. The knucklies. It's just so much weight coming down. I felt like rolling today. That's what it is. Your fingers reminded me of what rolling with you is like. Just thuds.
Pounding.
Well, if I get at the top position, I'm feeling good now because I've gained at least 8 pounds since I've not been training every
8?
single day.
I thought it was 16.
At
I
least,
felt it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, he's the man, and their gym's doing great. I hope, and lots of
it's
people
cool.
there.
And the good thing about Andrew is he is a judo guy too. So he's really into judo. This guy's teaching judo at his gym and Jiu Jitsu. So it's pretty cool. Yeah.
He has a really great kids program too. I think he had a few kids world champions.
He
right?
does, yes,
Oh,
and
wow.
he has a couple of really cool kids there. There's this girl Ashlyn that's amazing, incredible.
Really?
Her dad trains there too, and she trains there. She's been training there forever. She's very, very good.
Awesome.
Yeah, she's maybe 14 or 15 years old, but she was good since she was a little kid, just tearing through the yellow belts and orange belts, and
He's really
she's
good
a
at
green belt now,
raising
which is
them.
weird to see. Green belts are very rare.
What do you mean? Why are they
green
rare?
belt? Well, because you have to be between
They started
13 and
when they
15.
were 4,
Yeah.
and they've been training consistently.
Yeah,
until-
so you can't be 16 years old, but you've got to be training for 10 years to get that belt.
Really?
So
Yeah.
it's very rare to see a legit green belt kid.
Wow.
Yeah.
I always wanted an orange belt. They didn't exist when I started. But they're sexy.
Well, I gotta tell you, I when I promoted my first kid to orange belt, it was like an orange white belt, right? And I really liked the way that looked. I was like, dude, this
Cool
is
look.
You don't know.
I really
This is
did.
pimp. That should be top. It should go black, orange, and then whatever else happens, red,
after,
coral.
you get your orange.
Whoa, the cameraman's really on this one. So we're looking at Amanda.
Yeah.
Is this the girl you're talking about?
She's great. Yeah, she's
You said Tubby. Didn't
Tubby,
her short
yeah.
say Stubby?
no, it's Tubby.
So Amanda's the
Maybe that was the
the
maybe I
toughest.
was looking at
Yeah,
the-
Amanda's great. I mean, they're both pretty hard. But
Which
yeah,
one's
she's
Tubby?
she's OG. Amanda Eloquent.
number 2
Ooh.
in the.
And the other gal has some some weight.
Does who's number 1 not have like weight classes? Yeah. What's
Yeah,
up with
but she accepted short notice, so she was probably like, you don't have to cut.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Because you can imagine, like, she's been training. Tubby's been training for this for weeks or probably months, right? And then and then Adele.
Dude, the People's Jiu-Jitsu? Sorry to interrupt you.
Oh yeah,
That's
the People's
awesome.
Jiu-Jitsu, yeah.
Whoa, respect.
It's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, friend of the podcast. People.
The people. Dude, she's
somebody
already done
mentioned.
it.
Oh, wow.
Dude,
Was that
my
the knee injury?
goodness. Was that
All right.
was that like a Kyle Terra lock? What was that?
Amanda.
Wait,
Good work.
Who
I
was
looked
the
away
last
for
minute
2
girl?
seconds.
Who was the last minute girl?
The girl just won.
That's,
The
no.
one was the
Adele
one that took it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she was like a.
Though.
Are you kidding me?
It looked like some sort of like Kyle Terra lock, but then she twisted.
Oh my god, it sure was.
It was wasn't it an Aoki lock?
Oh, was it? It looked, yeah, but it looked like it did an Aoki like motion after her because her heel popped out.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe that was the knee. Let's see.
She was being so nice too.
Aoki locks
She
are
was
fucking brutal.
acting like
Yeah. So
she went for it quick.
Oh no, yeah, she's just hooked up an Aoki lock. That's what she did. Yeah, look at that. It's behind.
Yeah,
Yep,
yeah.
Yep.
Oh god.
It's in
Oh boy.
Woo! Because her weight, she didn't. She waited too long to do the rotation, and then she was stuck. Yeah.
Professor, what should she have done? She should have like dropped down lower.
Well,
quicker?
I think she was rotating with it, but she didn't feel like she was in danger
Yeah.
until it was too late. And then she
And then-
was, and then she tried it, but then it was the angle was wrong.
And they were
right?
dry.
I mean,
They're all nice and dry right
do you
now.
think?
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
She put that butterfly ashi in too, the back
Yes.
one. So when they went belly down, she
just had that,
freer.
like, to push off of.
Yeah.
So she's Atos, huh?
Yeah, well,
where-
yeah, because I seen her compete with the Atos flag on her back.
Which
several
Atos
times.
did she go to? Do you know?
I
She's
don't
in
know.
Australia or something, right?
Yeah,
Looks like she has
I
an
don't know.
Australian flag on her. Thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of Atos, I'll be at the Jiu Jitsu Summit teaching the Wim Hof
that's
stuff
Tahoe, right?
in Tahoe. Yeah,
Yeah.
for Atos South Lake Tahoe.
Oh, in South Lake.
Yeah, it's gonna
When's
be
that going to be?
in a month.
Amazing.
March. Before the 23rd, whatever weekend's before the 23rd, 10th, 8th to 10th. So we go snowboarding on Friday.
Nice.
Comes with the ticket. And then we're going to do cold plunges and breath work.
You're just going to go right in the lake?
Yeah, we're going to go crazy
Right?
places. Yeah, we're going to be doing snow,
There's
angels,
so many places,
and,
yeah.
Oh, dude, that's cool.
all kinds of stuff.
You're out of the camera.
Sorry. I'm trying to
then,
scoot up and be able to lean back at the same time.
And he's got a bunch of Atos instructors there teaching from Reno and just all over. It's going to be wild. There's instruction twice a day along with my stuff, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Nice.
Is it just me or did I used like I feel like I had a conversation like a year ago thinking it's weird that Atos doesn't have a lot of affiliates, and then all of a sudden there's a ton. Did they like
They heard you?
not do affiliates, or were they just in places that I didn't know of? Because I feel like now there's like Temecula.
Right?
Yeah, they're
there's-
Well, the thing is, so here's what's happening, right? Galval had basically like a powder keg of insane world
Athletes.
champion black belts, right? And
Yeah.
all of them, just with their name alone, could open up a gym, right?
Yeah.
And as they, got better and better and more renowned, and everyone told them, "Oh, you're a great instructor and better." My theory is they're just like, okay, like just go off now and just like spread.
Yeah,
spread your
Because he
seed.
was having affiliates, right? Like you could probably open an affiliate gym, but there's also like the OG Atos team,
Yeah.
right? That now Hulk went up to Oregon, right, and
Yeah.
opened up a gym up there, and then
Is he in Oregon? I think he's going to be at the summit.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool. Yeah, a really good buddy of mine. We got our black belts on the same day. We trained like wars together all the way through color belt to get our black belts. He was training at Atos in San Diego for a couple years, and he was like saying that like there's a couple guys there that are just. And he actually told me about Gustavo Bautista and about Kainan Duarte. He was
really?
he was like, dude, there's this brown belt there.
Yeah, it's
I'm
trouble.
telling you right now, nobody can beat him, right? And we're like, and I mean no one. And I was like, what? The Atos black belts can't beat a brown belt? He's like, dude, I'm telling you right now, he's gonna win worlds.
Who was it?
It was Kainan Duarte.
Wow, yeah.
yeah.
He is.
And then he's like, dude, this guy Kainan, just watch him. And then he's just like,
He's built different.
murdered everybody at brown belt worlds, and then like got his black belt, and then he was just like murdering everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's insane.
He's built different.
Yeah.
You see Tainan doing body lock, doing the potato passing.
Yeah.
Was he?
Miles calls the body lock the potato.
Because I heard that from somewhere, but it makes sense, right? So you get a good body lock on someone, and you go like this, and then it's like you're sticking a potato right in their lower back.
Oh yeah,
You, like, crush them.
That hurts.
It does. Well, it's not the way Nick does it.
Oh, you go to the side, right? So you use your elbow.
He's just talking shit.
Turn that shit into hash browns with cheese on it.
I have to look at you guys to know if you're serious or not. I'm looking at the TV and I'm like, oh, really? Wow, what do you do? Like, you like take your hand and move it like nah,
So it's good to know that Tainan is warming up, so we didn't miss his match. They just moved him later on.
So let me tell you about my Victor Hugo matches. So I was at...
oh yeah, you rolled with him.
Yeah, he's the man. He is the man. I rolled with him when he was a brown belt. Before he won, he had already won purple belt, heavyweight, ultra heavyweight, his division, and the open at purple belt. And he was leading up to win it at brown. And I think he won it at black too, right? Heavyweight and the open at adult. And so we're going in at Ribeiro's. Jim, there's not even enough room for everyone to roll, and so you actually all line up.
When they were in San Diego?
next to the arena?
Yeah.
Two mat areas, one on the left and one like in the back right.
But they would do all the open mat or all the after class rolling on the one mat. And so you'd all line up, and they would start with the black belts, and you'd get to choose who you want to go with. And you could pick anyone. You could pick next. I mean, I would just pick the person next to me or whatever, but you could pick anyone. And then if you didn't get chosen, you were just like, And then you just had to sit there and watch. And so a bunch of the white belts and blue belts, and they would never get chosen. They would just sit there and watch.
Wait. Oh, because there wasn't enough space.
There wasn't enough space. And then we would line up on the mat. You picked your person, and we would all line up on the mat. And then we'd split to make sure there was enough room. Yep. And so there was exactly enough room for everybody. And so it was barely enough room. I mean, it was quite small. And so at one point, I went with I picked him or whatever. Ended up going with him, and he, like, something happened. He got a hold of my leg, and I backed up a little bit, but there's not a lot of room there. And he chased me through everybody and like wouldn't let me go. And I'm like, and I couldn't get. I think that's what happened. I half swept him. So he's like, I think he triggered that there was danger, and then he just pounced on me like a lion. And to sweep him was like it was like trying to move two fire hydrants.
Right,
both of them. They were just connected to a sidewalk. It was like, it made no sense. I was like, this way. Why are your thighs as big as my waist? And he was in his 20. He was 20 years old exactly. So he wasn't even 21 yet. And he was a brown belt. And then after that, he won all that stuff. And I think I rolled with him twice. And I was I had a black belt at the time, and I was a little embarrassed because I rolled with some of the other black belts, and I hold my own a little bit, even against Gustavo, who's one of the guys there. Thank you, Professor. But I could do okay against some of them, and at least have a fun time. But I did not have a good showing.
You didn't have a fun time?
No, I didn't have a fun time. And the other, as I was laying there, I think exhausted and just like looking like I got run over by a train, and I think it was obvious on my face, like, what the fuck just happened? And the other black belts were just like, that's right, that's what he does. And I think they even they were consoling me. They're like, no, he's really, really good. I'm like, fuck that 20-year-old. But it really made me feel good when he went against Gordon in the last ADCC and went all the way to he was the only competitor that didn't get tapped out by Gordon.
That's right.
Went to a decision, lost. Or no, it wasn't even a decision. He lost by 8 points, but it was like back and forth. And I mean, Gordon couldn't catch him. So, I mean, I predict today that they're going to go to decision, because I mean he's traditional jiu-jitsu and he's gi. He's both. Where Nicky Ryan is Nicky Rodriguez is not gi, right? So he has to focus just on that. So I don't think that that'd just be fun to predict stuff, right? Whatever happens. Yeah. But I think they're going to go to decision, and I think he gets them. I think he gets some control of them. I think, but there's no points. So how does it? How does it play out? Judges favor.
Like 2 points through the match, the judges, they say judges favor, and then and we're gonna have to just watch for it because basically they just turn the lights blue or red.
Yep.
And then so we will, and then at the third one, it's basically more or less it's judges' decision. There's just no break in between the rounds. It's just like we decide this person won that round.
Gotcha.
Essentially, whoever has most control. Would that be it? Or
it's like
more
aggression, submission attempts, control.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, what rounds? What are they have rounds?
So they don't have rounds. It's just like say there's a 15-minute match. Every 5 minutes they'll declare judge's decision. So it's kind of a round, but there's no rest.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, you'll see the lights, like the lights in the arena will turn red or blue.
So I say there's no way that Nicky Rod submits him. No way. If Gordon couldn't, no way Nicky Rod does.
I call the Roddy lock.
I'm going
to the back, face choke.
Oh no! Have you seen Victor Hugo's face? He doesn't tap out to face crushes.
I know. It's tough because it's just different. Like Nicky Rod's and Gordon Ryan's styles are so different that you could like. Sure. Some people sometimes like we can roll right, and like Nick beats me, and then I beat you. So certainly you're going to lose to him, but then you beat him, right? And it's just weird, right? Like it's just like it's so weird, right? Yep. So I don't even know. I'm just like excited about that match. It's hard for me to even predict what's going to go on.
Well, I think
this
I'm just
match here,
going to hard predict just for fun.
Yeah. Right.
Let me say this about this match here. What we really want to happen here. So I'm signed up for West Coast trials for 77 kilos.
Okay.
And Oliver Taza is in my division, and he's like the number 1 or 2 seed.
Yeah.
So we really want Tainan Delpra to injure Oliver Taza.
No.
Oh,
that's dirty.
The dark arts. What is he? What are you talking about? Really?
Yeah,
The dark arts.
That's a dark heart. It's a black heart. Yes. That's not what I was going for.
All right, well, you guys be selfish. I want him to be injured.
So we went full debilitating injury right now tonight.
Tainan at 185 pounds. Man, I saw Tainan in the bathroom of a Jiu Jitsu competition recently. I felt like it wasn't the right place to say hi to him, so I didn't say hi to him. yeah. Speaking of glory holes from earlier.
So we got...
But they're starting now 56, 1455, 1454. This is Tainan Delpra and Oliver Taza.
There you go. Thank you. Adam's a better host than me.
Well, so I think Tainan said he's not going to go... did Tainan get the 155 belt or something already?
Well, I'm just surprised that he's 185 because my impression when I saw him in person, I was like, "Oh, you're not very big."
Oh,
but apparently he is. I mean, of course, he was in clothes, like he was in like sweats and a hoodie, and maybe just, he's a grower, not a shower.
All right, we'll see what happens.
Stand up battle.
Taza has good takedowns.
Yeah,
and he likes the backstepping leg locks. I've been watching AOJ put out like a video or like a series they call Game Theory, and it was like them preparing for Tainan's match against Izaki or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, by Insei.
Yeah. And it was really interesting to see like the way that how much of their game is like strategy.
Yeah.
Really?
And they fly people in to match styles, and they go, okay, he does this, and they work a ton of like specific game plans to like avoid certain people's styles and things like that. But
yeah, they're pretty sharp. I mean, honestly, have you tried AOJ Plus at all?
Is it good?
I've had it.
I had it for like really 5 months.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I stopped it because there was too much stuff.
Ooh. Yeah.
There was so much good stuff. Oh, here we go. He's got a little lock here. Let's see if you can figure this out.
I thought he was reaching out to pick up his wristband.
Oh, there you go.
There was so much stuff that I just had. I couldn't keep paying because I was overwhelmed already with the material that I was trying to like master from what I was taught. I was like, dude, I'm just gonna stop paying for like 4 months and then start again when I'm done with that because I have so much stuff. Yeah. Like
could you? That's how they do it. You can open whatever you opened. You can.
Well, you can cancel whenever you want, and then you can probably
you mean just like
it's just an app, right? So it's not like you're a member of AOJ.
But you mean you screen captured what you wanted and then?
No, I just learned what I wanted to work on, and I had so much stuff because, dude, Tainan's X guard stuff is insane.
Yeah,
it's so good, and his passing is so good.
So he is body lock passing. Which
Yeah,
is
look at him. He's got it all
from
tight.
half guard.
Was that a tight waist? That's not a potato. You gotta do that on the little guys.
I heard so Joseph Chen was talking about like his game plan when they went against him, and against Taza, and he was just like, "We're gonna be on top at all costs, more or less."
Right.
Really?
I don't know if they necessarily thought that his guard was weak, but certainly like most of his attacks, his A game is his top game.
Okay.
Tainan is like unquestionably the best guard passer in the gi.
So freaking good.
Yeah. I wish I could
I
see
like
that pass again. I want to play that back.
I like how they're not stopping it yet. They're like, get
I
into
know,
the
right?
stands.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
We'll stop it when someone gets hurt in the crowd.
Look at that, dude. Oh, that was nice though.
Yeah.
He broke it.
That was
He
nice.
broke
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah. And that was a lot. So I mean,
That shit.
yeah.
That was awesome.
That was a lot of work from Tainan to keep that clamp. Not that he's getting tired at all, but
No, these
that
guys are.
was a lot of energy.
Tainan natty or not?
I don't know, man.
But so, did Tainan get the 155 belt or not? And he's staying at 185 now or
I
something?
don't think he got a belt because the guy that he matched was kind of a
He just
good
had
guy,
one
but not
match,
like
yeah.
it was definitely
Okay.
a warm up match for him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the highest caliber for sure. Like he.
And Taza's the underdog. Do we have a betting line? I was looking for it, and I didn't.
I don't know.
That would have been awesome. I'll take a bet. You want to bet?
Yeah.
Is there another one of these guys
yeah.
in there or something?
I'll bet you on that Nicky Rod match.
Yeah. Let's go. What do you want? What's your?
Oh yeah, because you guys both think different
Yeah.
outcomes.
Yeah. What do you think? You think Nicky Rod's got this?
By submission, yeah.
What?
Wow.
No way.
I'll,
Not even.
I'll partake.
Here you go. Get you one of these when you get loquacious.
Did you give me this is like the triple one?
Yeah, those are good for you.
Cosmic. Oh, these are 9.5?
Put some hair on your.
There you go. One of those is like two of these.
Yeah.
Give me some freckles. I gotta take. I can't have another one of those. I think I've had a couple.
Oh, that is amazing.
I know, right?
Amazing.
Shout
this
out.
episode brought to you by wait, Firestone, it's like the tire company?
That's right. Putting that leftover.
Firestone Walker. Mind Haze Cosmic Crusher, if you guys are interested. You want to sync up the match and also sync up the beer?
The Cosmic Crusher.
Because I know you guys are listening at
Cheers.
home right now.
If you want to get to our level.
Cheers, guys. Thanks for doing this.
Yeah, it's super fun. Let's make this.
Dude, thanks for having us.
So the
This is
judges
awesome.
picked Tainan for the first
Right.
5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I would agree.
Yeah, for sure. That takedown was awesome.
Yep.
You could pop open a betting line. I guess it would be. It's just going to show me the results.
How do you
I
do
look
it?
up.
Oh, yeah, it's already passed. You can't bet on it.
Yeah, that's gonna ruin everything.
I just
By submission?
in my pocket got like a shitload of messages, and I was like, "Oh, what's this?" Because it went off so many times. Like, what's going on? And I realized that it was pictures of my students that are there right now in person. I was like, "Oh, sick!" And then I went to open it, and I was like,
Oh, nope.
I put it away.
yeah,
I didn't open it. I didn't see anything.
So Nicky Rod by Face Crank.
Yeah,
Has he been doing that to people lately?
he does it to everybody.
Yeah, he takes it back and then he just wraps it around your nose and lips and then just starts squeezing.
I quote him a lot because my main focus right now is the backs, finishing from the back, and it's just fucking hard
Anything
getting
below the eyes?
hard getting to the neck, without a gi.
Yeah.
So anything below the eyes, that's
Yeah.
the neck.
There is a there.
Oh man.
Anyways, you want to come roll? Ooh, another takedown.
Nice, yeah. There we go. See,
What?
does that look familiar? That's all. That's the only type of pass that I do because I copied Tainan. The little
really?
leg, like half leg drag where he does that and he gets past. It's so good that when I'm like,
kinda
half
simple.
leg drag.
I straight stole
What's he
that from
stopping that
Tainan.
for?
They were close to the edge.
The little leg drag where he pins it in the armpit. When I'm like holding the legs and then like I pin one in my armpit and I have the other leg with the same hand and so one arm is controlling both legs and then I can like start to no gi it works kind of well but in the gi it's like
You're
the best pass
wrapped
ever.
up,
Yeah,
really?
it's literally the best pass.
Oh, it's cool.
Yeah,
Dude, I feel like Tainan is not only like obviously amazing, but I feel like his jiu-jitsu is visibly pleasing to watch.
Oh.
Yeah, because he just murks everyone. So it's nice. Like,
But it's so like I don't know, it just looks nice, you know, and it's like it's dynamic, and it maybe I don't know if this feels like that to everybody, or you know when you know what you're watching, you can see like, oh, this is really awesome. Right. But it seems like that to me. Like it's a really dynamic style. He's also like he always stands like there's no like weird like I don't know.
It's not butt scooting.
Yeah.
AOJ has a look. Like their moves and they do for sure. It's almost like they've almost like incorporated some capoeira in their passing. You know, they won't pass, and just to show you they could have passed 3 times.
Have you seen? For whatever reason, the Mendez brothers would always do the Asian Opens for the IBJJF, and they would just go. And,
oh my god, dude, it's brutal.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
He just would pass the guy's guard like 8 times in 5 seconds, and then finally get the pass after that. Like, it was so disrespectful.
It was so disrespectful. The Hickson Cup in 2013 or 14 or one of those years.
Hickson Cup?
Yeah, in Japan.
Okay, was that the one where they gave like points for submission attempts?
I get maybe. I think that might have been it.
Yeah,
but they just danced around, and these guys are good. I'm telling you right now, the guy that he's dancing around would come and like beat like 99% of the people in any gym, right?
Yeah.
And they're just making him look like complete
just a clown
noobs.
in him. Yeah,
just like one side, other side, spinning around on top, taking it back, like doing the stuff that you see, like they're just like Yeah,
it's so good.
Yeah, and that's when I started really dissecting it. So I tried to do leg drag passes for like a decade, and I was like, I always wanted to be really good at them.
Yeah, because they're sexy.
They're great, right?
Yeah.
And they're really controlling, and they're awesome.
Yeah. They're not. It's not a bad. You don't put yourself in a bad position, which is good.
It's so good. And so I was like trying to watch every tutorial under the sun, and I was like learning it. The thing about tutorials though is you miss the essence of why it works. Sure. Everyone explains the details, right?
Yeah.
But then the problem
like 8
is
steps.
They're not like prioritizing the details really, unless they actually do. So like, okay, well, you pull the leg across, and then you're gonna grab the collar, and then you're gonna tuck your elbow in, and you're gonna bend down, and you're gonna do this. Yeah. And then like you're like, okay, well, I got a list of stuff I'm gonna try to do. But really, like the most important thing is to get your armpit around the guy's thigh. Just get your armpit around his thigh.
And improvise.
Everything else is an improvise, right? But like, I didn't.
Hey, here's what you need to focus on. This is 80% of it. Like
exactly.
You know, they don't tell you this is the most important part.
And it only during COVID, when there was a COVID break, I was just watching footage, not tutorials, just match footage of all the leg draggers, and Mendez brothers are the biggest leg draggers. So I'm watching, and I learned so much just from watching them just beat people, and then watching other guys that leg drag beat people, and then I realized, dude, they're just prioritizing the armpit over the thigh. That's it.
Though. So the opposite leg, you just tuck it in the armpit.
If you can get it down that far, it's not easy. But if you can get it down that far, that's what matters. Everything else is a variation from that. You can grab the collar, you can grab the hip, you can grab the belt, you can grab whatever you need, as long as it's stuck behind your armpit, of course.
Well, yeah, because you got that, you open the lane.
Yeah, and it's so simple, but it's like you're so like distracted by all the other details of like how people are showing it with 1,000 steps and everything, and it just hit me.
Is this camera crooked?
What's that? I can't barely see it from here.
I can't see it.
I don't know. Oh, does it look slanted? Yeah, it kind of looks like that side's lower, huh?
Yeah, right.
Maybe.
Oh yeah, this is sitting up on top of something.
Oh, that was my fault. Maybe, I don't know.
No, I moved it since.
You have a little level up there?
It does not. No, it's just an Amazon tripod. That is not very good. There, that's good.
Is that red cord? Is the red cord in the lens? No.
No.
Okay.
It is close though. The camera died for a second there, so there's gonna be a blank spot in the video. But
is there?
It's plugged in.
Back.
It's plugged in, but it must have. Yeah, we're back.
We got the audio.
It's plugged in, but it must have just came loose or something. I don't know.
I got tired. Got tapped out.
So welcome to the Post Rolls podcast, where sometimes stuff works, sometimes it doesn't. When it does, we're super happy about it. Whoa, you know what we haven't heard? The mic. The buzz is.
Oh yeah, last time I heard that, and I had not heard that yet.
I heard it once.
You heard it too? Oh man, I haven't
So
heard it.
I have figured it out. but I haven't bought the thing I need to fix it.
What is it?
It's supposedly, everyone on Reddit says that it's the charger that I'm using.
Oh. All right, so these guys are still after it. 3 minutes left. They said it was going to be...
Tainan's putting that pressure on.
He's got his guard pass like 8 times.
Oh, yeah, he's just...
But they're counting nothing, right? I mean, it's just judges.
You know what's amazing is like, so Taza is like up there, right? Like,
Yeah.
I don't think he's ever
sure.
been to ADCC, but he's been like
Didn't he win
second place in multiple trials this
undeniably good.
year. Yeah.
Didn't he win like Pans or something this year? I thought he said that.
He's definitely won some big things.
Yeah,
But
okay.
Tainan is just more or less doing whatever he wants. I mean, he's not submitting him.
Right. Yeah, it's tough to submit right now with the no-gi. With the gi, I feel very comfortable with getting like lapel stuff and stuff. But no gi, to get somebody to tap
my God.
It's freaking...
Yeah.
Especially this late when they're all... Look at how... Look, they're just basically might as well be buttered up.
It's almost a mindset thing. You almost have to like get them to mentally tap.
Yes.
Because you can get out of like almost anything, or you can just let it. Your adrenaline's so high, you can just kind of let it go and just get injured and keep going.
Yeah,
Just
which a lot of people do.
Pop a couple tendons.
Yeah. That's kind of, Gordon's thing, right? He just like grinds you for so long that by the time he goes for the sub, he's just like, whatever.
Like, please submit me.
Yeah.
That happened to me one time. Do you guys know who Fabio Leopoldo is?
Mm-mm.
He's a guy. Have you ever heard of Gracie Marumbi?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, they're up in like the LA area.
Okay.
Super cool dude, but I train up in Mammoth Lakes every time I go there, and the guy Eric that runs the gym up there, he's awesome. He always just lets me drop in and train. And one time I was up there, and Fabio comes in also, like as a guest. Like he just checked, oh, there's jiu-jitsu here? And then he popped in.
Yeah. He just showed up.
So he thought I was teaching the class because Eric had me show a move, right?
Okay.
So he was like, oh, you're the instructor. I'm like, oh no, like I'm just like you here. I'm just like on vacation. And the point is, I rolled him once, and like it was pretty good back and forth on the first roll. And then the second roll, he wanted to go again, and I was like, okay, cool. And about it's like 6-minute rounds, right? About 4 minutes in,
he was in a false reap for a second.
Oh, okay. Taza's going for that. About 4 minutes in, he mounts me.
Yeah.
And the gym there is at 8,000 feet altitude, right?
Yeah,
So he mounts me, and
You getting tuckered out, Professor?
Was pretty tired. And he was so strong on the mount.
Yeah.
And he was like basically he wasn't trying to smother choke me, but he was basically doing it. And I was like, I'm not fucking tapping to this. No, I'll die. I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
I will die. Yep. I'm dead. Because I'm not smothered tapping.
Oh, 30 seconds left, guys.
Guys are going for it.
They're creating a gross area on the mat. I hope the guys that are sweeping up the mat are ready to
disinfect it.
So amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not going to be. Look, he's just
I think there needs to be a standard uniform, and I think they should wear spats.
Should they get
think
fully sponsored by Reebok and have Power Ranger outfits? Did you see it?
What was that?
Nogi Gator rolled him. Did you see that?
Oh,
you looked away the right. Yeah, Nogi Gator rolled
I know I
him.
had something in my eye, and I
Dude, that was ridiculous.
They had fireworks, guys.
Yeah.
Congratulations. That was a great match.
That was good.
that was pretty cool.
See, there's no subs, but that was really fun to watch. Like Tainan's style is just so.
That was a great takedown. I like that one in the beginning.
Yeah.
Then popped over. Well, that's what Gordon said is that if you had rash guards, full sleeves, full pants, then greasing's not really a problem.
Right.
Because if you go to I remember we go over to Victory sometimes. There's some thick-legged fellas over there that wear some short shorts and they shave their legs. I don't know if they're biking or they're just
Yeah, that's true.
What they're doing.
Yeah.
But it's ridiculous. Like they can slither out of anything.
Right.
And it's gross too, by the way, guys.
Yeah, it feels gross.
Just put some spats on. I put some spats on just out of respect for my partners.
I like spats, but the thing that I don't like about cheap spats is that if you get them and they're like too long or they're not as tight, and they like crumple up on the bottom, and it looks like Geppetto's sock from Pinocchio, just like crumbling up down there. It's not great. I don't like that.
Also,
I'd rather have it go like halfway up my calf, not all the way down.
Yeah.
Like too small.
You can cut those off, though. You can solve that problem.
I don't think you
Nah,
can cut
then
a
they'll just
spat.
be, like,
They'll
frayed
just
at
like
the end, yeah.
it has to be.
Have you ever seen a frayed spat? I've never seen one.
Well,
That
if
would
you
look
cut
amazing,
it-
though.
Where are you
whole
buying
spats.
these things? Where are you buying these
I don't
things?
know.
Yeah.
Maybe I guess. I don't
No,
know.
you're right. Like Amazon spats or whatever. Like
Yeah.
they're
not great.
and they're also like they're not tight enough so that they move on you.
Yes.
So it almost
Yeah.
gives a gi feel. Like
Yeah, you don't want
it's
that.
not-
You want the real
For sure.
good ones.
It's
It
not
costs
slippery.
$80 for one pair of sp-
right. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
None of them are tight enough on me with my thin legs, honestly. So they all sound. Those are all spats you're talking about.
The problem is your booty to calf ratio.
Right. Yeah.
Thank you for recognizing I carry a lot
This
of
is a new
cake.
health metric, everybody. It's booty to calf ratio.
My calves are good. It's the thighs. The
You
top
have that.
thighs.
You have that.
Are these all of his kids?
Yeah, they're all his. No, you know, like
Is he
don't-
Brazilian?
Honey, bring
I
up
would
my
not
kids.
pouch it right now because they're probably like kids that like are. Oh, that's
They're
Icaro.
the
Dude, that kid
AOJ
right there,
kids.
Icaro in the brown sweater right there.
Yeah.
Those are all the
The
AOJ
most amazing.
monsters.
Dude, that guy is insane. We had this kid that
That's
I
awesome.
trained. This young kid that was insanely good that trained with us. He's I think he's like 10 years old now, but when he was like 6 and 7, he like we couldn't even put him with anybody his age in the school.
Really?
We just heard him.
'Cause he
He
was
was
just-
just so
really?
aggressive and strong and like naturally athletic and smart. But he would like do very well in tournament, and he started becoming friends with that kid right there.
Yeah. All right.
Icaro, and that kid is absolutely insane. Like
He looks like a nice little guy.
He is. I'm gonna tell you right now, he is better than me right now. That kid is
I
better than me.
kick the shit out of that kid. I'm just saying.
I can't even.
Him and his dad.
No, he's so good. You'd
Is
be
he?
so impressed
Come
if you
on,
watch him.
really?
Yeah, I'm telling you right now.
Wow.
He's so good. You
I'm
gotta watch
terrified
like his
of the young
highlight.
kids these days.
Dude, these Orange County kids are dressed so much better than I dress. A little girl had a leather jacket on. And they have like, oh man, AOJ. I want to. So I've heard that AOJ. How do you say they scout their kids? Like they go to kids tournaments and they go,
I
hey,
believe
like
it. Well, Icaro
you
was
need
not
to get
on
to the
AOJ.
real,
My goodness.
get to the real place.
That
Wow.
kid's from Brazil, so he's not. He didn't start with AOJ.
I
When
heard
we
they- I
met
heard they bought him.
He's not on there.
Wait, I thought Icaro. Wait, we're talking about two different kids. I thought Icaro was the kid with the ponytail.
First human trafficking joke.
Oh,
I don't have any comment on this one. I don't think my mic's
I heard
working.
they bought him from the favelas, and now he's theirs.
But I think they
Just
do
heard
have several gyms actually do have like a program where if a kid's really good in Brazil, and
they do have that. They call it
bring
like
them
the
up.
like Believe to Achieve or something like
Yeah.
that program.
Which that's pretty cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
respect.
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 The
Oh, he specked.
yeah.
We'll put a timestamp.
Wait,
in
where? Which one is Icaro? 'Cause I thought Icaro was the 15-year-old that has the
No,
ponytail.
little brown sweater kid right there. You're seeing his forehead right
Yeah,
there,
yeah,
bottom,
yeah.
bottom of the screen. Yeah,
He's from Brazil.
I think so. Yeah, yeah, he's
He has like
really good.
good English, right? Like I don't-
Yeah, somewhat.
Maybe I haven't heard him
He's
talk.
been up here a lot though. Like he competes up here, and all the
Yeah.
big tournaments are up here too. A lot of big tournaments are up here for the kids. So
So you've sort of bit the AOJ style in the gym. What do you think about that?
Huh?
Like the gray mats and the all white background.
that's
Oh,
stupid. Everyone has that.
They have
Everybody
white mats.
has
They have
it.
white mats.
Great
But I have
because of
no
that.
Gray mats
problem like saying that.
with-
Like I looked at their school and I was like, "This is my
is the
inspiration."
best.
for
Dude, have you
design.
seen the new
Yeah.
Mission
the
Viejo
best.
one?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Are you
No,
kidding
what?
me, dude? The
What?
Mission Viejo AOJ is
Oh, really?
the best school ever made.
What?
For
Mission,
sure.
What,
Yes.
here in San Diego?
Mission Viejo.
Really?
Up by
What?
South Orange County.
San Juan Capistrano.
Yeah.
It's like
yeah, like
okay,
up there,
okay,
right?
okay.
Dude, it's the
It's
best.
better
gym.
than theirs?
Yes.
With their two little,
What did you
I
say
got
it's
their
there?
little
Yeah.
art, their
Little
little
rainbows?
art pieces.
No, it's
like
better.
there's a swirl and a half
So,
swirl.
so the guy that owns Ruka, like Ruka made AOJ, physically made it. Like
Right, they own
they
it.
did all the design. They own like a portion of it because they were the Mendez brothers sponsor when they were coming up, and so yeah, they own a part of it, and so that's why it looks so nice because they had a professional design team, like actually interior design it. You know.
Wow, that's why it looks so good. It looks
Yeah, yeah.
amazing. It is.
Wow.
I think when everybody saw it, we were all like, what?
Mm-hmm.
Like the mats are white, the wall's white, you're just floating. They're doing the moves and they're just floating in the air. Like, it's crazy.
I hate when you watch them, when you watch their no-gi, because they all have to wear long sleeve everything black, spats and rash guard.
Sexy as shit.
And you have to. But when you watch the videos, it's hard to see what's happening.
They should
Yeah,
wear
they just
It's
gotta
a black mask.
Yeah, exactly.
They should wear opposite colors.
Yeah.
For goodness sake. Have some. Yeah.
Is that a cruise ship with go karts?
You know, there's a story about, you know how like the blue gis. So I heard a story.
Okay.
I trained with a guy that told me this story. This guy Walter Dean, he's a red belt in jiu-jitsu.
Wow.
Or sorry, not jiu-jitsu, judo.
Oh, okay.
He's a judo red belt.
Okay.
He was like the coach for he coached the Paralympics, so he coached the blind judo team.
Respect.
Super respect. This guy has been
And
around,
blind
right?
judo practitioners would be more difficult to deal with than people that could see.
I'm telling you right now, yeah. So he told me a story about how the blue gi got made. I'm going to butcher it. But
Okay.
It was like in 1964 is when judo was entered into the Olympics for the first time.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Okay, I didn't know that.
And they had black and white TVs. A lot of people just had black and white TVs, and so
Okay.
they're like,
Okay.
oh well, you know, we're gonna get like the one person should wear a white gi and the other person should wear another color, so that we
Perfect
can
sense.
just discern them, right?
Mhm.
Well, I guess there was like a debate on what color they should wear, and one of them was going to wear a red one, and one was going to wear a white one. But there's a guy
nice.
that had like, I don't know if it was like the manufacturer, like a blue dye or blue, like something to make things blue, and they like politically like just made blue happen. They were like, oh no, we're going to do blue, and they like forced it in. And so now everyone has white and blue, and blue is like a traditional thing now.
Yeah.
But it really wasn't
Blue black.
It was like a
tradition at
judo
all.
lobbyist.
It
He's
was-
like,
yeah.
yeah, you want blue. I got all the blue
like
you need.
he made it happen in his best interest, so that he could
Wow.
have the market on blue gis.
Dang.
Yeah,
And he was like, and then marijuana's illegal because I also have a paper mill. So you know what we used to do at Guerrilla Jiu-Jitsu in San Jose, or in the Bay Area, maybe all of the Guerrillas, at white belt you could only have a white gi, and then at blue belt you could have a blue gi, but you can't have a black gi yet. And it wasn't until purple belt until you could get your black gi.
That's how my
That's
instructor
awesome.
used to do it.
It's kind.
there's
I like
something
that.
to it.
It's kind of
Yeah, I
cool.
like
It
that.
doesn't mean much, but I mean, a black gi, you look like a ninja. You look badass. Black gis are the coolest. I mean, just for a moment, you know, if you've never had one, to have
Yeah.
one, it's
No,
like
it's awesome.
it looks pretty awesome.
Dude, I didn't buy my black gi until I was a brown belt.
Oh,
I didn't feel like it. I was like, no.
That's a good look.
Yeah, I
A
was like,
black
I
gi
get
with a
it.
brown belt looks
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that's my
Nice.
favorite look.
It's nice.
Is it? Yeah.
Pops.
I'm devoting myself just to having
I'm
I'm only a brown
bring
belt
the
when I
orange
wear
belt
my
back.
black gi.
Yeah,
Start wearing an orange. You know, like the Gracies wear a blue belt. Like that's their.
Right,
Ooh, I'm
yeah.
sorry, you guys. I'm gonna one up you. I'm gonna go to the child's belt.
yeah.
So it's,
He identifies as a 15-year-old.
Dude, I went into a deep dive because I was like arguing with that guy on Instagram that was like, I don't think Keenan would.
oh yeah.
He was saying, like, I don't think Andre Galvao would agree that Keenan does American Jiu-Jitsu or something like that. And I was like, well, I don't think, you know, Maeda would agree that Elio was doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, you know? And, but then I was like, before I say this, let me just fact check, like, who gave Elio a black belt. And then I was like, nobody did. They were just training, and then him and Carlos Senior, and they were and all the originals. They were just like, so we should probably start wearing black belts, right? And that's what happened. Everything that I could find, anyways, that's what happened. They were just like,
Well, like I mean, there has to
they
be a
self-promoted.
first.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what.
There has to be
Well,
a first.
that's how your students. I mean, if you've had a school for a while, your students give you your degrees at one point.
Not according to IBJJF.
Well, I mean, that's
No,
one
that's not true.
organization.
Where'd you get
no,
that from?
that is. Yeah.
Well,
is that not true?
Here's
No,
the thing.
your instructor gives it to you.
So I just
but what
found
if you don't have an
out-
instructor anymore?
Well, that's what's happening to me right now.
Okay.
Because I had to register my gym on IBJJF, right?
Yeah.
I got it registered, right? So I have it on there, right? And I'm registered.
Are you? All right.
Yeah.
Respect. That takes a
But-
while.
but-
Can't- the IBJJF, but once because you were originally registered under Paulo.
Okay.
Yeah,
Let's say who's
Can't
up. They're just starting.
IBJJF doesn't IBJJF automatically to promote you every
Dante
3
and
years as long
Diego.
as you keep paying your fees?
1455,
after a certain-
1454,
There we go.
1452.
There you go. Got it.
Dante Leon and Diego Pato, 1448, 1447. Jump in.
Leon,
Get going.
Pato. This is Pato was like it's a great opportunity for me.
We'll get back to that on the
Deontay's the super wrestler, right?
Yeah, Deontay's legit.
His name is Dante.
Dante, sorry.
Deontay.
I just jumped right on.
He said
Miles'
Deontay.
train. Yeah.
Deontay
I didn't
Leon.
question anything. I just went on.
No, it's true.
Yeah, Dante
Don't listen to
Leon
me
is freaking awesome.
Please don't listen to me for any name pronunciations.
Right.
I don't know if Dante Leon is Italian, but his name sure sounds like it, and so therefore I identify
Oh,
with him.
so yeah. Neither one of you have freckles because they all slid off, you greasy Italians.
Diego Pato is the guy that does all? He's like the Fall Street master, right? Isn't that his?
His
what?
Fall Street, yeah, and he has that knee bar from the Fall Street. You
Yeah,
guys seen
yeah.
that?
Yeah.
The nastiest knee bar ever. Actually, the
like
belly
it.
down knee bar from half guard, the over under, that's the worst one.
brutal.
It is
Yeah.
the worst.
I love that one, dude.
It just
I
it
love
happens
that
quick. You're
It's
like, oh,
so
we're just
bad.
having a good time.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
that's what you're
now my
gonna do?
kneecap
Yeah.
is
Okay.
not where it used to be. And wow, thanks. Thought we were just having fun.
Yeah.
That one, man, those poor girls. That one girl
Yeah,
match.
she got carried off.
Yeah.
She carried off
and
the
she
mat.
was supposed to win. She was highly favored. In
Oh,
that.
yeah.
That match
Yeah.
happened so fast we didn't even get to like.
No, just be sad for her.
Yeah.
No, that was crazy. She should have dropped down. She should have just opened up and dropped down and grabbed her other girl by the back of the neck and been like, nah.
So they like made this card for AOJ, huh?
Maybe, yeah. Well, is it in Costa Mesa?
It is in Costa Mesa.
Oh, yeah. So they're just
that
like,
makes sense. Yeah.
why don't you bring your guys?
And they're like, we got a lot of guys actually.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, all right.
Yeah, and a lot of them are good.
Yeah.
So.
They're like, no, we have a lot more guys.
Yeah.
Like, no, you guys can't face each other. Let's just.
Yeah. Well,
But they didn't really do anybody any favors on matchups. Like, I mean, honestly, in this match, I kind of picked Dante.
dude, I would not want to go against Dante if I was anybody.
Diego Pato is a 66 kilo guy, I think, and Dante is 77s, and he's big for 77s.
Yeah, and he's like,
Is he the one? One of the guys were saying in the prelims that they were like not going down again. Maybe it was him.
Not going down again? What do you mean?
Yeah, like they'd already got the belt at the lower weight, and then they were going.
oh yeah, he
up,
didn't
and
want
that
to cut
was-
again. He
Is
didn't
that
want
him?
to cut the weight.
Was that down?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and so he's done. So this is his.
Yeah.
He's staying big. Oof.
A little
good.
Lindsley
Oh,
lock thing.
He was
I
just
like
taking his
that.
time on that for a second.
Well, he did. Well,
Right.
that's
That's-
awful
that's the-
nice.
And he goes to the.
He did a nice thing there.
Professor
Like,
Adams
don't
game,
mind,
or
don't mind.
at least what you've been playing, right? You've been doing a lot of Matrix.
Yeah, I just do it because it's faster and easier as a no-gi. Like it, because I play a lot of K-guard, and it's just something to do from K-guard. Like,
Yeah.
It's pretty available a lot of the times.
I mean, in Nogi, if you're playing K-guard, that's kind of all there
Yes,
is.
exactly. Because in gi, I go to Squid, and I have a lot of good stuff from there. But
These guys are pretty advanced. I go guard or not guard. Are you in guard? No, I'm not. No, yes, I am in guard. No, or no, I'm not. Like there's Fruit Loop
Absolutely.
guard, and then there's like
You see Fruit Loop guard?
yeah, Fruit Loop guard. Oh, you done that? No, that one's yeah, that turns the milk pretty flavorful afterwards. Just so you know, I don't want to get into it.
keep Jiu-Jitsu
Details.
gay. Yeah.
Oh my God, their shirts are the best. I want all the B team shirts.
B team.
Did you see?
buying none of
I
them.
wanted to bring this up to you because you see that Craig posted
Yeah.
that video and he was talking about what he does for recovery.
Yeah.
And he goes, he
Just
sarcastically was like, I do this many ice baths and this many saunas. And he's like, guys, ice baths and saunas are just part of the loneliness epidemic.
He's the greatest.
And he goes, this is what I do for recovery. And he goes, 200 milligrams of testosterone. And he pulls out bottles. He's like, 200 milligrams of Deca. And then he did his full steroid stack.
For recovery, he does ladyboys from Thailand. That's what he does.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I mean, whatever you need to get you through But yeah, everything they do is amazing. That's why I was waiting for the press conferences. Literally nobody was funny until the very end. Until
That's why I was like saying that
Dude.
you were like, "Oh, was there pre-fight shows?" It's like, dude, these are jiu-jitsu guys, man. Like,
Yeah.
they would not be interesting.
But I mean, Hillbilly Hammer, he's pretty good.
He's great.
He smokes
Just
blunts,
him. Just
him.
puts
Yeah,
on
he's
some
funny.
sweet shades,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like talks about what he's gonna do.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, no, but that's what we're looking for. We're looking for the new, Chael Sonnens. They're gonna quote.
Try to be controversial.
Just
But
something.
It doesn't work though if it's obvious you're trying to be controversial.
No, I think it still does because
I don't like that.
like I hate it. I hate it. But like, look at Colby
I see what you're saying.
and Triple C. I don't even know his real name because I call him Triple C so much.
Yeah, there's a bell curve
Yeah.
of different people, and it fools a lot of them. It's just
I don't think it
Say-
fools people. I think they're just like, dude, I hate it. It's so bad, right?
yeah.
And it's so obviously bad that you hate them.
But
like, I hate him, but I know who he is, right?
yeah, but I don't. If I know that they're just doing it for that, I don't really hate them anymore. I'm just like, oh, that's kind of.
I appreciate if you're gonna try and entertain us.
Okay.
That's all I want.
I see,
like,
the
good
effort.
or bad. Yeah,
It's
like,
effort.
it's some sort of effort in like,
Yeah.
okay, I know we're just, if you're like, I had a good camp, and then this is what happened in my camp, and then he's a good competitor.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
suck my balls. Like, please. Let's
I feel like Chael was the perfect heel. He was a perfect heel because he like
he eased into it. You didn't know that he was actually quoting old pro wrestling.
but
Did you ever see the one where he had the story about the guy with the
big
bus?
dog. Whoa, big fella.
Dog. Just kept it up forever.
dog.
He never like broke character.
Yeah.
When anybody ever asked him that.
Oh shit! Look,
Uh-oh.
Is he
Okay.
out?
Oh yeah, we got a little
Oh.
Oh.
no, he's out.
Dante's like poker face. Like no.
Oh, he did get out.
Yeah.
Oh, they should be wearing spats.
I just feel like he was perfect because he just towed the line of like he was hilarious and controversial, but not like so fucking.
He wasn't. I was gonna say he wasn't mean, but he was super mean. Actually,
He could be really
incredibly mean. He said Big Dog
Yeah.
was feeding buses carrots.
but even like I feel like that's not that mean because it's so obviously a joke.
It's obviously a joke.
Yeah, yeah.
He was like, we went through hard times. Like, yeah, my neighbors, the twins,
He had to share a Mercedes.
He was the greatest. We had a housekeeper. She only came twice a week. What were we supposed to do?
Yeah.
I was like,
Other 5 days of the week. Dude, he was the best, man. He was the best. Whereas like some guys,
So funny.
I have like. I really don't like Conor because I'm like, dude.
Really?
I feel like Conor like blew up MMA, but honestly, like,
I'm leaving this podcast.
dude,
right
I
now.
feel like Conor McGregor has a negative impact on humanity as a whole.
Oh my God! Wow, I like this stance
Okay.
that you're taking. No, this is a hard stance.
At least the part
Back
of
it up.
humanity who is like exposed to him.
Okay.
Like it's just
Back it
like
up,
pure like materialism. Life's about money.
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
Bullshit. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And like a lot of people
Over the top.
like followed that lead. Like a ton of people. It changed like the culture of MMA, and then like therefore like changed like the people who are in it, and
Because people, and what was funny too is when people would try and emulate him.
That was slick. That was slick.
tap.
Wow, we got him. Dude, that was so good.
Wow.
That was a
Dude,
great
replay
opportunity
that,
for him,
please.
too.
Yeah.
Please replay that.
That was amazing.
He wasn't supposed to win.
No, but it was so slick how we got in there
Yeah.
like that.
That was awesome.
It was very Cole Abada.
Are they going to show a replay on
and
that?
Cole
Yeah,
sitting there.
I'll show the replay.
Wow.
Yeah, that was super.
Wow, that was cool.
He's the AOJ guy?
Yep.
Yeah. He's training OJ. That was
Hey,
very,
OJ.
very like Cole.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Well, Rotola's there. Of course they are.
The Rotolo brothers.
Yeah.
Man, they're
Here's the replay.
Dude, watch this entry right here. Look. So many six it in.
Oh,
Man, yeah, you just not see that
Just
coming.
missed
It
it.
looked like he was going after the
So
other leg.
slick.
and you know what? And he luckily he got
Ding,
out of it.
ding.
I think he got out of it without damage, which is
Yeah.
awesome. He got out of
Yeah,
it
he's-
mid
Went around. I'm
Yeah.
done.
roll. That was awesome. Yeah, good for
Yeah.
him.
There,
You gotta do that.
So there's a thing about leg locks, or I mean, almost anything. We saw it a couple times today, where let's say like you grab my foot, right? Especially if we don't know each other.
Yeah, Hillbilly Hammer did it. He went slow, and he didn't have to.
My foot,
he could have popped him right away, and he didn't.
And there's this like weird like, you guys gotta know what I'm talking about. This arrogant face that people give you sometimes, where you grab their foot and they're like, they're like, look at you.
Hold on, look at the camera. Give him that face.
I know, it's like, and you're like, well, I do have your ankle.
Yeah.
And half of this is out of like, I'm not an asshole.
Yeah,
exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's where like it goes back to what you're saying about the like face cranks, right? You're like trying to get under their chin.
Why is Galval?
Wait, why is Andre Galval in the? What does he have to do with this?
Because Galval, AOJ was Atos.
It used to be Atos.
Yeah,
I thought they
so they got to
separated.
be connected. I mean, yeah, they separate it from
He's
teams.
making money.
But, you know, I mean, there's
the man.
people still know each other.
Galval's the man.
Yeah.
Dude, at the ADCC Open, they were selling T-shirts that had the silhouette of Gordon slapping Andre.
I know.
Oh,
They were selling
Did you see
like
those?
ADCC
No.
was selling them,
Wow.
and I was like, "Yo,
Oh my
what?
God.
Were they really?
I did not see that.
No.
Yeah,
It was ADCC. No, it was a brand that was
No.
at ADCC.
No.
They weren't like ADCC.
no, yes." It was ADCC. It was like they were selling it right next to the ADCC backpacks and the rash guards and everything. Yeah.
Well, hang on.
Crazy.
That just makes me think it was staged at that point. If they're selling it like that,
no.
how would they?
I mean-
if they were selling it like that,
Yeah.
how would they not expect somebody to get pissed? Like Galval must have been like, dude, what
sure.
the
Oh god.
Keep going. Keep
Oh, yeah.
talking. I'll work on that technical difficulty.
concluded? Oh, because it skipped to the live. That's probably what happened. It just skipped to the live feed. If there was a break in service, you probably just skipped to the live feed.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
but now we gotta find our spot.
I know. Well, hey, overshoot.
Go for it. I don't know where the bathroom is around here.
Just be out.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, right here. This is good.
Respect, Professor. Hey.
Well, I'm really so. Kenta is. Have you guys seen
got it
Kenta?
back?
Yeah, dude, Kenta's sick.
I remember. Darn it!
What?
Why does it keep the
Ads? It has to
camera
do
keeps
ads.
dying?
Oh, does it?
But it's plugged in.
Bummer.
Oh. Maybe it's just like you
Is
have
it overheating like we said it would?
It's a battery exhausted.
Well, it has to like have some battery to stay up, doesn't it? Did you not charge, Professor?
I never charge it. We just leave it plugged in. We never charge it.
Wow.
It just sits right here plugged
Wow,
in.
crazy. I don't care. I'm having fun.
Yeah.
We could just keep doing this. Let's finish up. But that is lame.
You guys keep going. You keep talking about what you were talking about.
We're talking about I was
yeah,
talking about
Val's
rear
in.
naked choke.
This can be great.
Like when you're like you have someone's back and you're
Yeah.
like, well, you're like I don't want to
Right.
crank your jaw
Right
now.
Right.
But you are defending your neck. But I
Right.
can't get in.
Right.
You're not letting me in.
Just happened to
But like
recently to me.
I know I can do it. I can do the jerk
I
move,
could face crank you. Yeah.
but I don't really want to do it. And
No.
then the guy escapes.
Right.
And you're like, oh, well, all right.
Yeah.
And usually, like in the gym, you're like, okay,
Yeah.
cool. Well, let's just pretend he did escape then, and then we could just you get better, right?
Yeah. Be
But,
a
like,
Rotolo and don't. Rotolo don't care. Like they won't stop. They're nonstop. Those
Yeah.
guys. You know.
Yeah.
But what were you gonna say? Finish.
I was just saying, like the same thing happens with leg locks. Only you can see the
yeah.
person's face, and there's
It's
a
so funny.
moment where
I'm
they
gonna look now.
don't respect what you're doing, and then
Yes.
when it gets deep enough, they're like,
100%.
"Holy crap, I need to respect this." And usually they try to move, but sometimes it's too late.
Hmm.
Right? It's too late that you've gotten it so deep, and their like arrogance about the situation has
Yeah.
gotten them into a situation that's not great. That happened
Yeah.
twice today.
Time you put it on, it's like
That happened twice
bud.
today.
It did. You're right.
I saw the face.
Yeah. Did you?
Yeah, I
We
did.
should zoom in.
And then
Jamie, zoom in, and we're gonna circle the
I want
face.
to know with who.
The one.
I want to know with who.
The face. No, it was no. I'm talking
Oh, on
about
the card.
in
They
the
meant
card.
open mat.
No.
Not my students for being disrespected.
No, no.
Yeah, I saw the face.
No, not
not
yours.
respected
Not
the
your
tab.
job. But no, it happens everywhere.
I
I'm just
broke
saying it's
their
not.
leg.
Sometimes it's not even that bad. Sometimes it's not like the person's not even being a jerk. They just don't. They're just kind of like,
What's-
you're not gonna get this. Like
Yeah.
you know, it's not like they're like being rude. It's just like they don't respect the thing that you're trying to do,
Right,
and
right.
trying to say, well, I'm also trying to be nice to you, though. Like, I don't. The reason why you can do that with your face right now is because I didn't just
taking it easy.
rip your leg off.
Snap it.
Right? Like,
Right.
I was just
Like,
talking about that
make
earlier
your-
today because I was teaching I was teaching a wrestling class. I was teaching lifts and
Oh,
back
yeah,
return,
yeah.
and I was like, okay, so we're gonna just tilt them and bring them down. But then I was like, but also, if someone lifts you and brings you down, don't use that to put your foot back. It's one of my least I'll lift someone because I like to lift from the back. So I'll do a big lift and I'll tilt them and I'll bring them down slowly and then they'll put their foot back on the mat.
You're
and
like,
stand
I'm
up.
putting
"You
you down slowly on
motherfucker."
purpose.
It's like, okay, well, next time.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's funny. I never thought about that. Because I would put my foot down. Like, if you're not going to put me down hard. Yeah.
Well, next time we'll just have to slam you.
Yeah, I know. Well, I don't know.
I know.
You got a nice mask.
I've never taken
The other day,
stand
we,
in my
like-
life. that Conor McGregor booty, it's too much. I
It's a lot of cake. I mean,
This is what Conor McGregor would probably wear.
I'm a broke ass Conor McGregor. That's what I am. And I'm not like pretentious like he is either. And so I understand what you're saying, that like that's annoying that he's how pretentious he is and like how money oriented.
Oh, you're bringing it back to what I was saying earlier.
Connor.
The only thing I will
Yeah.
say though is you got to respect from a marketing aspect. Like
Yeah.
think about Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
He makes more money off of people that don't like him that probably like him.
Oh, that's Brian Mendez.
You know what
I know that guy
So
right
like
there.
Conor McGregor came from
he's
a
very
broke
good.
ass
He's a Six
background.
Blades guy.
So he had to think about how am I going to make money off of this? And if you can get more people not to like you than to like you, more people you get. That's how more people are going to follow you. You know?
I disagree, man, because I call that selling your soul.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, he is super rich, but that's not what it's about. For
But he
me.
never-
Yeah, I'm making an opinion. I'm just saying facts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That he's
Yeah.
coming at it like, hey, here's a way. He found an angle and like he executed on it.
He
But see,
never made
what you mean.
that's what I feel like the negative impact is. Is like, dude, I'll do whatever I need to do because top priority is being as rich as fucking possible.
Yeah.
When he,
I don't care if I have to insult people, whatever. Yeah.
And he passed the point of like, my family is taken care of like way far
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah. That's right.
So like,
I think he's being a comedian. He never made me not like him because I think he's being funny. But like there are heels that try and make money, and Josh Koscheck, he was a heel that tried to make money and or tried to get attention.
That's weird.
And
That was fucking weird. What the fuck?
What is he
That's his
doing?
Girl, I don't know.
Is that his new girl?
I think
Singing a fucking ballad to this chick as he's that was
that's his-
weird. I'd be losers now.
I'm not mad about that. I'm not even mad about that. That was cute.
Nick's had some 10% beers.
It's cute.
And he's hating,
He's young,
which
dude.
is amazing.
This guy's like 19 years old, right?
He's gonna look
He's
back on that
He
when
came into
he's gonna-
Brooms. I
20.
trained with him when he was, I think, 12 or 13.
No way.
Brooms, yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah, he
Who?
actually did a...
Gaval?
Yeah, he actually did like a little seminar and everything.
Get out of here.
He
was
was
pretty
12,
funny,
He taught
yeah.
a seminar.
Yeah, he did. He was doing for Worlds at the time. We had a little like dummy makeup, like a little grappling dummy.
Yeah.
Wow.
And after he ran over to him, he looked at me and he went over to him and he was like beating him and he goes, "Oh yeah."
That's awesome. He's young.
Yeah.
So I think Kenta is awesome, and
Yeah.
he's got a good guard game. His passing top pressure is insane. He's got decent wrestling. He's got a good package. But like
he's got a good package, huh?
he's got a good package. Dude, wait,
For an Asian guy, he's got a great package.
Yeah, he's got a great package.
These guys are going to bang.
he's gonna be a full release in front of
yeah.
But this is a good opportunity for him, right? Like this.
Yes.
That means he's the underdog.
Yeah,
This is a
definitely.
great opportunity.
Kenta went to
Yeah.
ADCC, didn't he? He didn't like do awesome, but didn't he qualify on the
I
last
think-
run?
Well, he was on the Oceania, Asia Oceania trials. I think he did fairly well, actually.
I thought he won trails.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'll throw money.
I'm gonna
Kenta's
try-
going to get tapped out in this one.
Well,
Ooh, are you?
Mika, I
would.
Just
wouldn't-
because
I'm not.
because
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
rolled with Galval
He's
when he was
good, man.
12.
He's really good.
When he was 12.
He's really good, dude.
Oh, look at that right now already. Oh, he's got the arm. He's not letting it go. Don't roll that way though because of your elbow. Oh, he's got it out though. He's got
I
it
mean,
out.
Wood Galval
Nice.
just won. He just won, he just tapped out everyone in
the Euros. Europeans. Yeah, Guy He put on a gi, just went out and just owned, and then came back and.
Is that camera going to stay on, Professor?
So I just left it off for like 5 minutes to actually get a real amount of charge. Because this whole time it's been on like empty battery but plugged in. So I got it like to 5%. So hopefully it'll stay on. I think it just needed it. Like it wasn't.
It was like
charging as fast as it was using battery. You know.
We got to replace the battery.
I'll probably just put like on the video. Maybe I'll just put our logo up, and there'll be like a 5 minute.
Oh, respect our
blank.
Triangle.
we have a great design guy. Oh my goodness, I missed all this.
He ain't getting out of that.
Oof. You don't think he's getting out of that? That is tight.
I don't know.
This guy on the leg. Save the ankle.
Oh, he's got that arm though. He's getting hard on the arm.
Mika's an armbar.
Dang, dude.
Man.
He's just Mika fan.
Oh, no, but this guy's just like, you know what? I don't care.
Black Heart.
Channel.
Yeah.
Dude, he hit his head on the table, I think.
See?
Channel the spirit of J-Rod right there.
They can't. They shouldn't have stopped it right now. That was respect.
Right?
Yeah.
Dang, dude.
Mika's got big, dude. He's going to put some pounds on.
That's not Andre Galvel's son?
Well, he did just test positive for...
It's not.
No, it's
not.
I
know. But I mean, aren't they? They're not related? Nothing?
No.
Dude, so Mika Galvel tested positive for HCG, right?
Human choroid gonadotropin?
Is that what that is?
Yes.
What?
Say that 3 times fast.
But they go... So it's an estrogen blocker.
Yeah.
And he tested positive, and then
that's what they serve at the gay nightclubs, I think.
Right. IBJJF suspended him, and then they go, "Oh, we're only going to suspend him for a year because he had a prescription for it."
Oh.
Like, this 19-year-old man had a prescription for a estrogen blocker. Was he trying to get pregnant, or what's going on here?
He looks thick.
He didn't even tap to that.
Oh wow.
I feel like this is the Iwamoto is like your spirit companion, dude. Because you never taps either.
So not the neck stuff. Not the neck stuff. No. You see the size of his neck?
Did you guys see that reverse triangle?
25
with Nate
I was watching the whole time. I was like, Jesus, how are you?
I saw the Lord, bro.
What?
Did you see that triangle I was in earlier today?
No.
It was like a reverse triangle with Nate. It was in such a tight triangle armbar combo.
Yeah.
No, Nick is mostly neck. He's got he's got limbs, but he's just a walking neck. His neck, there's a head on top of it. But
I was editing our last episode, and I realized that you told me I was built like a lollipop, and now I hate you.
Lollipop?
What does that even mean?
Neck and head with no other muscular definition.
that's why you got that gym in the garage. Try to prove me wrong. Prove me wrong, Professor.
I just use that squat rack to tie off my iron neck too. And like,
that's all you're doing in there. I knew it.
Ever since then, just neck exercises all day long.
All those bands. You're like Hickson just pushing against the forehead thing. It's like, I wonder why you have 6 slip discs. Well, maybe just stop pushing against that duct taped band. How about that?
Man, I can't believe Kenta survived that.
Yeah, respect to Kenta. Those
I'll tell you what I need at my school. I need some
more Asians.
I need some poor Brazilians with no other future with no other future.
That was Mika when I met him.
There is,
right.
13.
Yeah. So like his school, they were
Him and his boys,
team.
dude.
They all just live there,
win or die. Huh?
Yeah.
No, they came into brooms and it was like, we're going for worlds and as kids and
dude, Brooms is the best. Let's just shout out to Broom, friend of the podcast.
Yeah,
if he
shout
ever
out to Alfredo.
Yeah,
but I mean,
that's where you train at Brooms, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah, he would bring in. I mean, he is I think that I really do think this, and I'm going to talk to him about it. But he is the hub of an open mat for all gyms. Right?
Do you
think about
Diego,
that?
Open mat scene.
And how about this? And I want to confirm with him. I'm dying to confirm with him. But he didn't know that it was happening at his gym. It was the gals that set it up. It was some of the people there that set it up. And they're just like, yeah, everybody come. And then it was like a little bit later when, he was like, they're like, by the way, we have the best open mat in town. He's like, what? I don't even come on Sundays. Like, what are you talking
I
about?
thought we were closed.
This was what, like 2017 or so, or 18?
Oh man,
Maybe.
Before that.
Well, I
even.
mean, when people started really like, because I thought that I heard about it, and then I actually competed against his brother Lucas, in 2018. And after the match, he
was like, "Come to the open match."
I know, yeah. He was like, dude, just cruise by, and we were chatting it up afterwards. And he was like, "Come by, dude! Like, come by and train." And I was like, "All right." And that's when I found out. And then I started asking my friends, like, "Oh yeah, we actually go there." I'm like, "What? What did you tell me about this? Like, what's going on?"
Everybody goes there, and it's not even that big.
I love that about jiu-jitsu, man. I love that. Like, you compete and then you know, everybody's serious, but then you make friends afterwards. And everybody, it's just such a cool. I tell you what, didn't have that vibe when I did ADCC. It does not have that vibe.
It doesn't.
It's very
really.
The vibe is very similar to MMA.
Ooh.
Oh,
I didn't enjoy it
they're
at
just
all.
like, no, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
I can see that.
It's not nearly as enjoyable.
Well, dude, when you have like 7 like rounds of your tournament, right? And you're just
Just exhausted, just
Yeah.
eating bananas, just trying to.
dude, I'm telling you right now, if you're in the gym with me and it's the 4th or 5th round or beyond, I'm stalling at that point. I'm not trying to. First 4 rounds, I'm pretty good. Yeah.
That's funny. Respect,
After that,
Professor.
dude,
What do you
like,
do,
I'm just like not trying to die out there.
Oh man, that's true. I mean, I do because I don't like to quit. So like I don't when Keenan started doing the like 3-hour open mats.
Yeah.
I think I did a couple of 2 and almost 2.5 hours. And
man.
on my whoop strap, it was like you've just done your week's worth of exercise. It was like you just burned 1,500 calories in 2 hours. One day I got in such big trouble because I did one of the open mats and then I went not too far down the road and had a couple of beers and fell asleep in my van.
Oh my gosh.
And it was like
Chris Farley, then.
7 p.m. I called my wife at 7 p.m. Like, oh, well, I went to open mat. She's like, it's dark out. It's evening time. Like,
That's
well,
her favorite thing to do, man. Open mat, a couple of beers.
Dude, I have a rule at Keenan's, dude.
Post Rolls podcast.
Yeah, Post Rolls podcast.
Here we are.
We're a little late. I do. My rule at Keenan's is 6 rounds.
What do you do?
I do 6
Is that
rounds.
what you do?
Same rule.
Six?
After 6 rounds.
After
Yeah,
6,
same.
I'm done, dude. I'm not gonna do anything, dude. After 6 rounds, because the thing is, like,
You don't even know if your jiu-jitsu works until you do
Until
6
6
rounds.
rounds.
That's 42
I do-
minutes. Include if you count the rest, it's 42 minutes of like only hard sparring because nobody's there to like chill, you know.
Right.
That's as much as my body can handle without negatively affecting my following day's training.
That's
Oh,
true.
I don't think about the following day. I'll tell you what, at Guerrilla
That's because the
Jiu-Jitsu,
following day you're not training.
that might be true. But at Guerrilla Jiu-Jitsu, we do marathon roll. We do 5-minute rounds, and you do 10. And if you take any breaks off, we're going to remind
Wait,
you.
5 minute.
Well, okay,
10
at your own
10 hours.
academy.
So it's
Okay,
1
let me
hour.
rephrase
It's
this.
1 hour
At
exactly.
my own academy, my home, I'll go all day.
Okay.
If I'm
Yeah.
visiting somewhere,
Okay.
that's when it gets crazy because everyone wants to see how good you are. So
Oh,
they're giving
yeah.
you their best.
Yes.
The whole time.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I've been.
Yeah.
Well, you do it too, so
Yeah,
you
yeah.
should know.
Yeah.
The last 4 months have
Yeah.
been me just going to gyms that aren't my own gym.
Sure.
And even if they're cool, every gym's cool. Like every gym's cool, but like the people want to see what you can do. Right.
Well, especially, I mean, you have, are you a 3rd degree black belt?
degree.
Yeah, so for sure
dude.
they want to
yeah.
try and put it on you.
They want to see, and so
you
every
look,
match.
and you look like a gentleman. You don't look. You're not like a gristled old Brazilian.
Right, so they're
dude.
skeptical, and they want
Yeah,
to make sure
yeah.
that you're legit. So that
For sure.
because they
I
would
can
like
see that.
nothing more than to expose a fraud.
Oh,
Yeah.
That is everyone's dude. It's
well,
like
that's you're being that's
the only person who is
that what you
looking
feel
for
like?
a no. I don't feel like a fraud, but I'm just saying like
Ooh.
he's got that
The armbar behind the armpit.
Does he?
Yeah,
Oh, is he
he's
going
so
for
good at that.
He's going for
Oh my god.
Oh, I thought he had a
He
crucifix.
did it with like the hover guard.
Yeah. Wow.
I don't think it's going to be as much as them just trying to like uncover you? Is it for them?
I think it's
to show
measuring them.
themselves?
No, it could,
Yeah,
no,
it's
it, no,
measuring
that's,
themselves.
They're
that's
like,
true.
here's a chance for
But
me to tap out a
there's
third degree black belt.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
For
So
sure.
Like, I'm
imagine,
gonna
like-
put this in I'm gonna hang this on my wall. Like,
Yes.
you know?
That's true.
Is anybody
Some of
watching?
that's true.
Take a picture.
It just depends on if they know you well or not.
Yeah.
If they don't know you, right? I feel like sometimes they want to, like, one of the first times, maybe like the second time I was at Keenan's, you know,
Who'd you get?
they don't know me that
Yeah.
well.
Oh, shit, he tapped him.
Oh, shit.
Oh, and then he's doing what you hate.
No, there you go.
Oh yeah, he's.
But he was the favorite. He was the favorite. though.
That's acceptable.
Gavels.
That's an acceptable amount.
Was
Just
it?
good job.
What if he's about to
Hey.
fart right
Yeah.
now?
Yeah.
And it's just like,
Well, like, you know, like Anderson Silva like helps him out, and then he like he literally like bows to him, like he gets on his knees.
He
and, like,
does.
yeah.
He like
gives
tickles
him a
their
hand
balls a little
job.
bit,
Yeah,
and he's like,
exactly.
"So sorry. Can I just whatever? Just can I make you feel good for a minute? If I made you feel so bad."
Boom.
Oof.
No, this was earlier.
Oh my god.
This was earlier. That was the beginning.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Right. And then you go to the triangle. You got out of that, and then the armbar here. Oh,
This is the table.
yeah.
This is the table.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
jeez.
It hurts.
And then the mounted guillotine.
These guys are relentless. This is
They
awesome.
didn't show the mounted one, or maybe it was this one.
Ooh, I like it. Little
Yeah,
double leg.
Yeah.
That's an easy double leg. People, he's out of
Oh,
there.
here
Get
it
out
is
of there.
right there.
Just pull out.
This is the one that he gets him with.
Is it? Oh,
Because
where's
he
his
can't-
elbow?
Oh no, it's not actually. He escapes this.
Oh, yeah,
This
yeah.
is what he gets him with. I think his hand,
Is it choke?
his other hand might be
You got
trapped.
choke,
Oh
yeah.
yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
I still
Snuck
want to
it in,
hear
yeah.
Nice,
your Legion
nice.
story. It's your second time at Legion.
Oh yeah. So the second time at Legion, and I like the guys at Legion. Actually,
course.
every time I go there,
Yeah.
I actually compliment Keenan on how awesome the open mat is. It's
That's
just
weird. Yeah,
fucking
you
cool.
don't have to do it every time.
Well, no, I mean, I don't see him every time.
It's like, Keenan, I want to tell you one more time.
You know? I don't think I've made it weird. Like naturally, like he'll sit down and I'll be sitting next to him and I'll be like, "Hey,
Okay.
this is rad," right? Like
Yeah.
something like that. I'm
Yeah,
not like,
he's the man.
Where is he? Like searching for him in the locker room. No,
That's what I do. It's super weird. No. Yeah, I've only had bad
Has anyone seen
interactions with
Keenan?
him. I have nothing but bad interactions with him.
asking for him, like,
Yeah. Is he here?
yeah,
I follow him out to his car sometimes. Like,
yeah.
is this what you drive? This is an amazing car. He's like, it's a Camry. I don't know what you're talking about. Well, it's super clean, dog. I mean, I don't know.
Look at those rims.
No, but so they. Couple guys were sitting on the side, the
Okay.
guys that like work at the gym, right?
Uh-huh.
And they have like a couple of different, belt ranks there, blue belts and purples and browns and stuff.
Okay.
And when I worked in, they don't really know me that well down there, and so they're like, "This guy's like third degree black belt probably," and
Yeah.
they're acting like they don't care, and they're really good. So I'm not saying that they're like, "Oh, this," but
Yeah.
I can see that they're kind of like,
They're eyeballing them. Of course.
yeah, but
Yeah.
not trying to make it look like they're looking at me, but they're
Okay.
looking at me.
Okay.
And then over comes this blue belt, right? I could tell he's competitive blue belt, young kid, right?
Oh, he wants some action.
And he wants some action.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I'm like,
He's staring at your belt, and you're like, my eyes are up here, kid.
so like, all right. And I'm like, I'm not there to like prove anything. I want to have fun. I
No,
wanna
it's
learn.
open
Yeah.
mat.
It's open mat,
Yeah,
right? I'm
it's
there. I'm
nothing.
chilling. So I start to go with him,
Okay.
and he like does the thing where he goes to pass your guard,
Yeah.
and like sticks their foot like like if you're going against somebody that's really really good and better than you, they
Okay.
can just like stand there and let you get whatever you want, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
And so he starts doing that to me.
Oh boy. Okay.
And I'm
Like
like-
letting you wrap up like a guard
Yeah,
and like
and
getting
I'm like,
deep and
okay, well, I'm just gonna sweep you, and I just swept him right away. I'm like, yeah, well, here you go. And then like I kind of, yeah. And so then I let him get back on top because I was like, okay, well, maybe now you're not gonna
Oh,
do that.
got some
So
respect.
he hunkers down, right?
Okay.
And then I just swept him right again, right? But he's a blue belt, right?
Yeah,
like I'm
sure.
not trying to hurt him or
No.
anything. We're just playing.
They're food.
Right? But I had a feeling that he maybe thought that I was not a legit black belt. Like it made me feel
This
that
is
way.
you, by the way.
Yes,
I don't think
I know.
he really thought that, but go
Okay,
ahead.
it
Yeah.
could be me,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
I just put on my tinfoil hat for
Yeah,
you.
yeah, okay.
I had a feeling that might have been happening.
Okay.
So instead of like murdering him, right?
Yeah. Okay.
I just casually
Dude, you're a gentleman.
played him.
That's why we're friends. Yeah.
And I got him in a arm bar.
Okay.
And I did not hurt him. I just I sat
No black
there.
heart.
No black heart.
Oh.
Yeah,
no black heart.
What color is
And
your heart?
it was, I don't know,
Just like
purplish reddish. Normal.
like a mauve.
Some,
Dude, I think that you have something
Hold on, don't let- I wanna-
similar.
Yeah, I want to hear the rest. Yeah,
Oh, is there more? I didn't mean to cut you
well,
off.
no, I was just saying, like,
no.
now,
If there is, I want to hear it. I just thought that was the culmination. Of it.
it was good enough
I
to
don't-
end the.
I don't hurt
but
blue belts, is
I
what
don't.
you're saying?
Well, I think it had to boil down to the.
Did he tap?
He did tap. Yes.
But he didn't want it to. But he was like, "This doesn't hurt."
It was. Actually, no. Actually, I think the guy. I don't know if he actually tapped because I was sitting there like, okay, this is gonna. You're gonna get hurt, right?
Yeah.
But it was so
He
much
deserved-
control that
he deserved
that
to be
it was-
hurt.
It was fine. No,
You're in a straight arm bar and you
No.
wait there for a while. I'll just if
Right.
you're progressively increasing 1%, 2%,
Yeah, come on.
3%, and they're still not tapping.
no, I let him go. If it's a blue belt, I'm letting him go.
I'm letting him go too.
Yeah. I'm letting him go.
Because we know where you're.
Yeah.
We know
Yeah,
where
yeah.
the.
I'm the only one that would have broke his arm.
Definitely not.
You are.
I've done that.
I don't think
Yeah.
you would have unless it's been a few years. So yeah.
I'm telling you right now, this is coming from. Okay, this is you gotta learn something about me. In the 2008 Jiu Jitsu World Championships,
Yeah.
I'm a blue belt, right? A blue belt.
Okay.
I get this guy in my closed guard. I'm losing by 2 points.
Okay.
Right? Or maybe I lost the match by 2 points. But I get the guy in
excited.
my closed guard.
Okay.
And I get a straight, arm lock on him where you kind of like turn the, you just like
up on your
get the-
shoulder.
Yeah,
Like a
up your
straight
shoulder.
arm
You
lock.
turn around
Yeah.
and you get it. And I'm pulling it, and I got it pretty good.
Okay.
I mean, it's his
Could you
arm
get it?
is
Could you break
going
it?
down.
Yeah.
Totally could have broke it.
Yeah,
I
and you
was
didn't?
nervous. I didn't do it. I look at the ref as
Yeah.
I'm doing it.
Yeah.
The ref looks at me and goes, like, "Fucking break it."
Yeah.
And I'm
Oh,
like,
my goodness.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
like right. And I'm there by myself. No one came with me. I
Yeah.
drove by myself. Like I went up
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
Like,
I love those.
hey guys, how are you guys doing? Like,
I love them.
here for the Jiu Jitsu championship. I'm like,
I'm here to be the blue belt champion of the world.
yeah.
This is my favorite
And so I got
podcast with you so far from this moment.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I'm like pulling this guy's elbow. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like nervous, and I
Yeah.
don't
You don't pull it.
fucking break it. And
Okay.
he gets out, and he beats me by 2 points. And I was
Yeah.
like so
Yeah.
bummed about that.
Well, it's not how jiu-jitsu works.
I know I
Yes.
should have just fucking snapped that.
But
I,
it's not. You're not breaking
It wasn't
his
in my
arm.
league. I
It's just some
know.
tendons
As long
pop.
as you
I know,
go,
I
as long
just
as you,
realized-
I tell I've told like students that before. I was like, as long as you go progressively more
I get
and
you.
more,
Yeah.
right? Then
Yeah.
it's not like you got to 80% and they were surprised. Like they had 51, 52,
Yeah.
53.
It
You know
is.
what I mean? Like, it's 100% their
Yes.
fault. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
but how, in a tournament. That was like one of the first things I realized when I started competing at black belt. It's like that actually, I felt like that went away. Like at black belt, like people like
What?
would just they
Yes.
don't care if they break
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
You know what I
want
mean?
that.
They just grab it.
Well,
you know what
see,
I
that's
mean?
the hard thing
Because
about like
if they give you that extra
certain
2
leg
seconds,
locks.
you may escape.
Right,
They're
for
not
sure.
willing to like
Yeah,
give you
for
that.
sure.
You know.
Yeah.
One of my favorite memories is at white belt doing tournaments. I used to do really well at like white and blue belt just because this is a long time ago, doing 25 years, and I had a face crank on this guy, and he wasn't tapping, and then when I was a gentleman, I let it go. He coughed. And blood went all over. It was awesome. I was like, and it was kind of like my prize. Like, well, he didn't tap, but I mean,
Yeah.
you see
Yeah.
what happened.
Did you still win the
Mine.
match?
Oh yeah.
Still win the match?
Yeah, I won.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Yeah. 2 months in, I won my first jiu-jitsu tournament. I tapped out 3 guys and then beat the last guy on points.
Really?
I was on a run. That's why it was so weird when I started to get anxiety about competing because I never used to have it because I was like, why would I have it? I win all the time.
yeah.
But then it got tougher. At brown belt, it got a little tougher.
My students tell me that when they talk about their nerves, I'm like, yeah, it doesn't go away, and they're like, well, and they're surprised to find that I'm nervous, you know?
Yeah.
And they're like, well, why would you be nervous? I'm like, what do you mean? The people I'm competing against are so much better than the people that you're competing against.
Well, I used to do this thought experiment because I battled performance anxiety a lot. I used to have terrible. One time, do you guys know who Lucas Rocha is?
Sure. Yeah.
So I went against him at purple belt.
Okay.
And if you knew Lucas Rocha at purple belt, he was just eating everyone alive.
Yeah.
And I went up there and I had the worst. It was the Pan American Championships. It was the worst anxiety I'd ever had.
Yeah. Wow.
And I had, like they say tunnel vision.
Yeah.
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 I didn't know what that was until that day.
Wow.
I stepped on the mat and I literally just saw him at the end of a tunnel.
Wow.
And I was
Wow.
like, a white belt would beat me right now. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm so nervous. And he just freaking tried to flying triangle me. Almost
Oh my
does it
God.
right away. And I'm just like, oh, I go just
Out of
to
the
chill
gate.
mode. And I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm just going to stack pass right now.
Okay.
My arm's in. It's not that bad. And then he does the thing where, your arm is in and then he like pulls it like Americana you.
Yeah.
And it just pops my arm. And I didn't even tap. He just like goes, oh, like stops, right? And then the ref like looks at me and then I look at him and I'm like, ah, fuck. And then the ref looks at us and he just goes, paro. He's like, stop. And I'm just like, fuck. And like, I was just totally done. I was literally incapacitated by performance anxiety.
Yeah.
Like,
Wow. I
so
felt
bad.
it.
Yes.
Yeah.
That didn't happen every time I competed, but that was the worst one ever.
How long ago was that?
That was 2009 Pan Ams.
2009.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, that was
What was
crazy.
your why? Was your stature? Did your stature have something to do with it? Because I mean, being like a head instructor at a school, and both you guys, I think, kind of can test. Talk about this. It's like that means something.
That's
like,
where I was
you gotta,
going.
Like sort of.
I was going to that.
Yeah.
So I did a lot of sort of like research on how to battle that performance anxiety, and I tried several things.
Yeah.
But it gets to the point now where my students ask me about it, and I got a lot better. So once I got my brown belt, I started actually doing like okay at tournaments. I was like winning. I felt okay, and I think it's because I watched this thing with Kit Dale, and do you guys know who Sebastian Borsch is?
I don't think so.
He was a pretty high level guy back in the day. He kind of faded out of the top scene. I don't really know what happened to him, but I was looking up to him as one of my I was like, I want to be like that guy.
Okay.
Cool. Back in the day.
I like the. Here we go. This is the.
Yeah, Nicky Rod.
But you got time, go ahead.
He gave Kit Dale advice that Kit Dale said to his audience at the time. He said, look at the crowd and look at all your friends and look at everybody. He goes, nobody gives a shit if you lose. And it's not that they don't like you and it's not they don't want you to win, but nobody cares.
And you just do your best and
whatever.
Who cares?
Yeah, that actually helped me. And another thing that helped me immensely was when I was a white belt and I watched the brown and black belts compete.
Yeah.
And somebody got leg locked, right? Somebody got knee barred in the first 30 seconds. I don't think the other guy's a chump. I never. Yeah. I was like, dude, this guy's awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
The best gal ever just got.
Right. And she's great. Nobody cares, right? And so that's what he meant by nobody cares. It's not like they don't care about you at all, but it's like it doesn't mean that you suck if you lose, and that kind of helped me. And once I was a brown belt, I was like, oh, I'm that guy now. They're looking at me, and there's a white belt in the crowd, and they're like, dude, he's good. Even if I lose, they're like, wow, I'm going to be like that guy someday.
Exactly.
And that kind of helped me a little bit with the performance anxiety. I never really got rid of it, but it wasn't ever as bad once I got the brown and then the black belt. And I actually did the best in my entire career at black belt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I got more submissions and more wins at black belt than any other belt.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Because I just felt a little bit more comfortable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm really excited to see what
good mindset.
You do with your school and the guys that you bring in and stuff. Yeah. I mean, you have a really wonderful mind for
going on to.
Okay, here we go.
As the match
this is
starts,
the.
Yeah.
Hey, so what's the bet? What are we gonna do? 10 minutes and a nice bet.
Ooh.
Oh, I was
talking
like
about money?
$5.
$5 can suck my balls.
$10? $50?
50. Money means nothing to either of us.
Did Nick get a perm before this?
I don't want to go on an ice bath for 10 minutes. and then it might win. You're just like, this is what I do every day.
Yeah, you're like, I do an ice bath 10 minutes every morning.
All right, the loser has to get Nicky Rod's Jerry Curl mullet.
Has to grow a mullet. That's a long.
He's closer than you are.
You are.
That's quite the hair.
Well, you got to fade a little bit in the back.
Yeah, I gotta
so it's
fade
not. You guys are both pretty far away from the mullet.
Wow.
That's
All right,
impressive.
we need to come up with something soon. Quick.
That's brutal.
What are we betting on?
I don't want his mullet at all.
I think that should be
like
it.
a yeah.
I think that should be it.
He looks like from
The loser
Dukes of
has to grow the
Hazzard.
mullet?
Oh,
I don't think my wife will let me pay that bet.
Well, yeah.
A fat mustache, though, that's a good bet.
Ooh, a
Fat
mustache.
That's a good bet.
I'm not down.
You're getting divorced. You're getting divorced.
This bet is so soft.
Pretty much.
It is.
If you grow a
Convicted
fat
at all.
mustache, pretty much the bet means you have to get
I mean,
divorced.
I would have done the mullet if you really wanted to.
The mustache is way easier. You already have it. You just have to shave everything else off.
Yeah, I'll do full handlebar. One handlebar. A handlebar mustache
You can grow a
for 1
mustache in
week.
like 3 days.
I know. Yeah. Sure, Italian.
All right.
What is it?
I'm down with a mustache.
One mustache?
Just
I already have a beard.
How long do you have to keep it?
I was gonna say a day.
You have to get some
have a
content.
beard,
out of
though.
it.
I have
like it.
to make positive first impressions on parents
Right.
signing up.
Oh
at the
yeah,
gym,
that's right. No, that's real. Maybe the weekend, and then you have to film part of it, and then they know it's a joke.
Nice. All right.
No, I didn't agree to any of that.
I didn't agree with any of that.
How about we bet?
What's the bet? What do? We do jiu-jitsu and
Can't we just
podcasts.
bet money like normal people?
Because you don't care.
It's
You don't
not
care
as funny.
about money.
It is not as funny.
You don't care about it. I know you
no.
don't. I know you don't. How about like it's service? I care more about service than I do about money. So like a nice lunch would be nice.
I was
like
gonna say
bring a
loser buys lunch.
Yeah.
Okay.
A nice lunch.
All right.
For a lunch. There's no way Nicky Rod is going to beat
I want
Victor
surf and
Hugo.
turf for lunch though.
Surf and turf? Dang.
I don't even like surf and turf. Thai
Make
food.
that
Loser
for-
buys the Thai food. How about
Fleming's.
Dang, coming hard.
Yeah.
All
that?
right.
Dude, I really like. For the longest time, I was so against these like
What?
lame ass matchy short rash guard combos
Yeah.
that
Now
really
you
just
like
came
them?
around a few years ago. But they're making cooler ones now. There's quite a hole in the market actually for like no-gi companies that make well-designed clothing.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I do
Even
like
the top companies are like, yeah, that's cool.
That's
Like,
enough.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Even the junk that Gordon wears is gross. I do
Yeah,
like
it is.
I like the color
Oh.
underneath. Like Nicky's got the I keep
green on
calling him
purple?
Nicky. But yeah, I just like the color under
His name is Nicky.
There it is again. See the position.
just Nick.
Right. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Tainan position. That's a great passing position. It's one of the best, I think.
I mean, he thinks his passing's
Oh,
the
oh,
best.
oh.
The Danaher guys call it the flank position.
Do they?
It's nice.
What does
Come on
Danaher
top.
have to come up with just make things lame,
Dude.
with his names?
Although, have you sat and
He's-
watched like a full
he's no
tutorial of
10
his?
player.
yeah, I fall
Okay.
asleep every time.
But I will admit that when I was watching his like back attack 10-hour video,
Oh, yeah, it's
right?
great.
When
It's
I was
great.
watching that, I literally was like, I took all the stuff that I
Yeah.
ever did, and I was like, that's better.
Yeah, I agree with you.
His is better.
I agree with you.
Yeah,
it's
well,
really
yeah.
good. You have to watch it
That's
sitting
better.
up. You have to watch it sitting up in the
Yeah.
daytime
Yeah.
because you will fall asleep.
I was just like, I was forced to admit that like my years of training and developing my own back attack system,
Yeah,
I just
no.
threw it in the garbage.
Yeah.
I was
You
just
need-
like, no, this is better.
You need a pile of cocaine, and you just gotta like just sit up with with rubber bands, keeping your eyes open,
Yeah.
so you can get through his philosophy.
the way I was watching it was that there's a guy that I trained with, Justin. He would come to our open mats, and we would just get the laptop out, and everyone
Open
would be
mats.
training.
SDBJJ.
Yeah,
Not open to
No, no, no,
everybody.
No, it
open
wasn't.
to
It
just
was
your team.
yes. That's what it
I
was.
think that would be called a closed mat.
Well, it was free training, whatever you want to call it.
Free
right?
training, not for
No.
favors.
Everyone that pays the
Whatever.
membership.
Yeah, but there wasn't a class. You know what I'm trying to say? It was sparring, whatever you want to say. Right?
Randori.
Well, yeah, like it was just like you played music, everyone came and sparred, right?
Right.
And so
Not for the
because
neighbors,
of that,
though.
no,
Or
not
any
really.
friends of family or any, anybody
It wasn't.
around.
It wasn't.
No, I know. It's so close. I'd have been there all the time.
But what I was going to say is we would set
wasn't your
the
fault.
laptop off. It definitely wasn't my call.
It wasn't your fault.
The laptop we set up, and we would just watch like an hour or two of his
Would you?
instruction.
Yeah.
On the mat, we would drill it
perfect.
as it was happening,
Yeah.
right? And they were there, and then the next week we would just do it again. So every Friday we would just get another like hour or two done. So it took
awesome.
us like a couple months to finish the back one, and then a
finish
couple months
one
to the leg
video of
entanglement
his.
one.
Yeah.
And then you just like keep going down the line. But it was kind of cool because like after like 6 months we'd done several of his
That's awesome.
of his
Yeah.
tutorials.
I mean, he's the man.
I have
Absolutely.
a great idea for like a really successful YouTube channel or maybe like an online school type thing.
Okay.
Because
Let's
so
go.
John Danaher, all the content is amazing, right?
Yeah.
But he explains things. For one, he repeats them multiple times in a video
Yeah.
that you could just
Yeah.
rewind.
Yep. Yep.
He repeats them multiple times. He way over explains. And so, like if you watch for an hour, right? Like you were saying, like you watch for an hour, you probably got 2 moves in that hour.
Yeah.
So I had this idea is that I would go through all of Danaher's videos and take these 12-hour DVDs and just re-explain them in 12 minutes. And be like, here's
That's actually
Danaher's
valuable.
DVD.
That's a great idea.
It's valuable because
I would buy that. I would totally buy that. Yeah.
Well, because you lose, like you have to watch it for the first time because there's a nugget in there that you will miss.
You can't-
He
you
will
can't fast
literally
forward.
just
Yeah,
say
you
something.
can't-
And
you
you're
have
like,
to
oh my
watch
God, that
it
changes
all.
my perspective on everything.
Totally.
I'll never, like,
You have to watch
and,
it
like,
all.
Yeah.
Also,
yeah,
in
you
today's
have to watch it.
society, if you look at anything marketing, people only can watch something like 2 minutes long.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah.
like
Oh right.
I
can
mean,
do-
the way people's minds are now.
2 minutes.
what are we
Who
betting
are
on
you
this
talking
match? 'Cause
about?
it's going my way so far.
15-second Danaher.
7-minute AIDS.
You can't do it in 7. You can't do it in 6.
Yeah. You can't bring a sweat.
4 minute
What are we
abs.
betting on? So what's the bet? What's the bet?
I've completely forgotten about that, and all I'm thinking about is 15-second Danahers. Because that is
15-second Danaher.
amazing. That's all I want, just in 15-second increments.
He loves spending about 20 minutes just talking about the move before he even shows it.
Just explains the theory.
it's so
and-
good.
Yeah.
It's, I mean, it makes sense. You're like, you're right, Danaher. Shit.
Yeah.
It's like Thanksgiving dinner, and everybody's like, what they're grateful for.
Nobody cares.
Oh, I'm so hungry right now, Danaher.
The seeded. The
Can't
seeded.
do
Is this your potato
The
move
seeded
right here?
potato.
No,
Is
the-
this your
the
potato?
seeded-
The seeded
potato.
is the seeded
Yeah.
potato.
That's
The
where we got
potato
it
move is a
from.
body lock pass when the top player locks their body into the
top
back.
player.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the seeded potato.
Yeah,
All
the
right.
seeded potato.
Respect.
All right, I want Thai food.
Yeah, Thai food.
Thai food.
Respect.
Yeah.
Well, what? I mean, if he wins by points, I don't care. That doesn't matter. Nothing. It's by submission.
I'll tell you
There's
what
no
would make
way
me really
he
excited.
submitted.
Oh no!
Holy.
There you go.
Oh no!
Dude, that's
He
in.
tapped.
No, he didn't
he's
tap.
out.
He didn't
Oh,
tap.
he's the armbar
Oh,
escape
gosh,
master, dude. He's not
Yeah.
even phased.
Yeah.
I think he
Dude.
took
Look
some
at
of that.
Jerry curl
He
is
greased
still-
his Jerry curls. And he,
Super
put it on
greasy.
the arm. It was that's why he has the hair the way it does.
I think he wiped his Jerry curl and then stuck it inside a triangle. Did he not?
Dude, all right. So here's what would make me very happy.
Soul
Okay.
glow.
I'm really, you know that I'm passionate about
Let it
spicy
shine.
wings, right?
Yeah.
I
mean,
would like you
now I know.
to pick me out
Yeah.
like a good quality wing hot sauce
Oh
from
my
somewhere.
Dude, hot ones,
Okay,
dude. Order
okay.
the order the.
I have it. Got it in my house. I put it on that pork
Do you?
bowl that I had earlier.
Yeah, dude. You're not gonna find better sauce than what they gave you.
Yeah.
It's all the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
don't
then
know.
for you, what do you want?
Anything outside of Red Hot, I don't know what you all are doing.
No, I'm
Red
saying
Hot's some good ass
put that
I'm
songs.
saying
shit on
that's something that is valuable to me.
Okay.
What's valuable
Yeah.
to you?
Ooh, what is valuable to me? I mean, everything you need's on the inside. So I just
I'll breathe
sit
into you.
peacefully. And that's right. Steal your breath. Take your essence. I want you to put it in me. These guys are banging though, aren't they?
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
he
man,
said,
yeah,
he said they would. Yeah.
There's gonna be
Victor Hugo said he was gonna pop his cherry.
Did he really?
Yes, he did say that.
Did he say that?
Because this is Nicky
Give us
Rod's
a-
first black belt match.
Oh, right.
Is it really?
Yes.
He just got his black belt.
He just got his black belt.
There's no. I'm gonna get into the mic. There's no fucking way he's gonna attack Victor Hugo. There's no way,
Dude, when
it's impossible.
When they say things like, like when Nicky Rod first went to ADCC, like, oh yeah, he built these black belts, and he's actually only a blue belt. I'm like, all right, but no, he isn't.
Yeah. He trains with
We call
Gordon
that
Ryan every day. That's his main training partner.
Yeah.
No, it's
Why
so
do you think
stupid.
we need casual rankings?
Right, we need.
Bring it up. Bring it up. Ooh, that was a nice not pass, but like a nice little thing that he did. Why is Victor Hugo on his back though? God, I guess he
What's he
knew
gonna
that.
do?
And
Wrestle
Ron's
with that Jerry curl?
Yeah, I know it's a lot. It's a greasy ass Jerry curl to wrestle with, but I mean, this is just I don't know. Just
This is
at least Yuri Samosa him a little bit. Just grab him.
Yuri
push him around.
Samosa.
Yeah, grab him, push him. Yeah, you like that? I'm standing, then I'm push you out of the way, and then I'm standing.
His hands are getting all greasy every time he just touches his head.
I mean, yeah, he's playing very defensive. I wonder if he was. I think he was injured. I think he was injured a little bit.
I don't
But
think
still,
so. I think
look
that
at those thighs, though. Those are thick thighs. That's what I was talking about. You see those? Wrestled those big ass
they
thighs?
gave Victor Hugo the judge's favor on the last one. I didn't see
Oh,
the
did
first
they?
one.
Good,
but
good.
They gave him the last one because he had that armbar attempt.
I mean, he's used to the
Yeah,
gi. He's
yeah.
probably got a wicked good
I don't know if he's going to get
grip.
the favor on this one right now, though. I mean,
No.
He just got mounted almost. Nice.
Yeah.
No, it's all loose.
It's loose, yeah.
He's
Yeah, there's no... If the judges know anything, that's no points. Well, no, he's got a half guard there.
All right, we got 3 minutes left. If Victor Hugo wins,
3
I'll buy
minutes.
you whatever succulent meal that you so desire. Okay.
he used the word succulent.
I like that. I'm going to take you to Sweet Tomatoes.
Did you see
Just-
Nicky Rod just spit on
Yeah.
the mat right now?
Yeah.
Look at his loogie laying
Yeah,
right
dude.
there. What
Did
the
he?
fuck? You can see his
Nicky Rod.
loogie still.
Ew, that's
Oh,
gross.
That was the release that he was.
Well, he's got
referring
that
to.
Skittle spit, dude. You know when you get real tired, you get the Skittle spit, and you can't
You do?
Why
like
do
you
you call
can't
it the
spit it
Skittles?
out.
Skittles?
Because if you ever eat Skittles, your spit's super thick like that, and you
Yeah.
can't like spit it out.
If you get tired?
you know, if you're tired, you get
Yeah.
you call it Skittle spit.
Are they
Yeah.
are they wiping him down for greasing right now?
No,
They're like,
he's,
you're
uh,
gross.
I was like, what's going on?
They're just
I
like, you're
think he had
gross.
snot on his face, dude. He actually did have snot on his
Yeah,
face.
they're just like, you're gross.
Look at you can
Okay.
still see the loogie on the mat right there.
That's pretty bad. And now he's rolling right on. That's disgusting. That's when I would tap out. I'd be like, no, I'm done. You just wiped your spit on me.
They wiped him down for just being gross. I didn't even know that was like in the rule set.
Pull yourself together.
Like, yeah, come on.
Oh,
You're
that's a guard pass.
disgusting right now.
Well, I mean, figure it out though. Like, would you be like, well, I should be respectful, or if you're like, I want to win, and this is really bothering me, so I need to get it out.
Yeah, I'm just going to
get
be
it out.
gross. I'm going to poop my
Oh, for
pants.
sure, man.
I'm gonna-
Oh, yeah. I'd be spitting out
snot-
whatever.
Just jail rules. Snot on my
Yeah.
face, poop my pants, whatever. Just nobody's fucking me tonight.
Full,
No, it's
full Yoel Romero.
Falling jump to shitting yourself.
No one's fucking me.
So covered in grossness. Way to go.
Just
Nicky Rod.
no.
Just no. He's just saying no with excrement. Let it go. Nicky Rod, you did it.
That card is officially passed. I wish we knew who won the first judge's favor.
Ooh, a little. I like a little kick. I like little kicks to the belly. A little kick to the face.
It's one of the things that's frustrating about watching Nogi once it gets sweaty. These long 30-minute
it's
matches
gross,
are so like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Gordon
He's
Ryan
so
doesn't seem
slippery.
to have a problem with it, which is awesome.
That's true.
He figured
Right?
it out.
Yeah, he did.
And he was like, everyone
that's
needs to wear
what that-
rash guards.
That's what Danaher talks about. Like their passing is it's more of just like a fatigue over time.
Yeah.
Just pressuring over
Wearing
time
them
until
out.
they kind of just like will give up
Ooh,
to
that's a
bad
little-
positions.
It was a little ball strike.
Right? Yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that, Hugo.
Oh,
He's got a.
Oh, he's just going to twist the shit out of it.
Yeah.
And then it's like, you're too greasy.
Yeah.
1 minute. Here we go. I mean, I wouldn't give it to Victor Hugo right now. He just, if you're going to stay down the whole time, like
Right?
you're not
Just-
pushing the action.
He's not.
Well, he won one round, so what?
he won the middle one. We just don't know who won the first.
Yeah.
he
The
didn't
first
get a
one.
sweep. He's never been on top.
He had that real solid armbar. Although it was tight, but I don't really think it was. He's
There we go.
escaping.
Get on top.
There we go.
Get on top
Yep.
at the end. Oh, that's Zandy. Zandy's in the corner.
Zandy.
Oh, if he can get back here.
Oh,
Get
if he does
hooks in.
get back.
Oh,
Get on top.
Get them out.
Yeah, for
Oh,
20 seconds.
no.
There we go. There we go.
That's might change things.
just-
that's
Oh,
gonna
that's
change
it.
things.
Oh,
Hey,
it's
he jumped
over.
up.
Oh, that's gonna change
It's
things.
over for 10 seconds.
Oh,
I don't know.
Face crunch. No, stay on top. No.
oh,
He just literally just like got up from under
Yeah.
his mount. He's like, I'm
Yeah.
gonna sit up.
yeah.
after
I
this.
was gonna sit up. What the heck?
And think about to do that against Victor Hugo, just to get up.
Oh,
Yeah, right.
No.
He's gonna
crazy.
sit up.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
That's pretty impressive.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, he's definitely a specimen of a human.
Yeah, yeah.
For sure.
I hate that mullets are back in style, dude.
You don't like them? I'm not really that mad at it.
No.
I'm not gonna have
What year
one,
were you born?
but like I'm not that mad at it.
What year were you born?
85, the year of the mullet.
The year of the mullet.
Is that the mullet?
I tried really hard in COVID to get a mullet, but
Did you?
I could only get so much.
Oh my God. They start getting itchy.
Yes.
I have never done it my whole life.
I
should.
really.
What is J-Rod doing? Short shorts and a long sleeve plaid shirt, unbuttoned down to his.
God.
All right. So what happens? I went.
See, this was a good. Actually, no, it
I
was
just
not.
want
It wasn't
Wingstop.
close. It was
Right next
turned
to
the
the
other
gym.
way.
Right, we
Wingstop.
saw from the other
Epic
side.
wings.
Epic wings. Yeah, I'm in. That's
Okay.
what I want.
Epic wings.
Yeah. Yeah.
Loser
You ready?
buys the wings.
Because you said that he was going to win.
I've never had
He
Epic
tapped.
Wings before. Is that where it's at?
It's Wingstop.
No,
Wingstop?
it's Wingstop has gone way downhill.
What do you mean? It's the same place.
No, it's not.
Epic Wings is different.
Yeah,
Oh, well, they look very similar.
Wingstop sucks now.
What's the spot
Used to be
near the old
spot.
college pad? Remember the Wingstop? What was that?
Oh my God. I don't know.
Wings and things.
Wings and Things. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yes.
The Epic
That
Wings
was
and Wings
amazing.
and Things are conjoined. So
Okay,
Loves
that's what I
myself
thought.
some Wings and
Yeah,
Things.
yeah.
They're so
Okay.
good.
Yeah. No. Super.
I haven't had
All right,
them for
let's
years.
see. Let's see.
Let's see. They're
Who's
both.
buying,
They
who's
put it
buying
on.
the wings?
They did it. They did it. They put it on us.
I feel like, oh
Hey,
my goodness.
Heyo, respect,
Nicky
Professor.
Rod, you
It's got to be
suck.
the last,
Victor Hugo.
just that last move at the end. I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
I'm
separated
eating
it.
wings to you. I might not even eat them all. I'm gonna order a lot, but I'm not gonna eat them all.
Order some extra blue cheese.
Yeah, oh, so much blue cheese. You're just pouring it on my body. All over my body. Respect. Like I don't want to hear what no, I don't want to hear what he says. He doesn't say anything funny. Respect though.
Do you want me to turn the sound on for the interview?
He's gonna be like, I had a good training camp, and then my friend and everybody, things went well. Yeah, see, look, there's he's talking about. Yeah, well, I had a good game plan. I had a good training camp.
I'd like to thank my coaches.
Yeah, thanking everybody. Sandy was here. Thank you.
I trained really hard for this.
I knew he was gonna come out greasy. We planned for his mullet. We planned for him being greasy, and so that's why I just sat down because I knew it was gonna be super greasy.
He hides the grease in his mullet.
No, Gordon said he hides it in. He said you grease up, and then what? Like you take a shower.
You wash it off, but it's like
yeah,
in
but
your
it's
skin.
in your pores. Yeah.
Certainly, dude. Okay, Nicky Rod is a Guido, so like for sure
Yeah.
he moisturizes, right? And so
Is
even
that
if
a
you-
thing?
Yeah, for sure.
Is it?
He
How,
moisturizes.
do you moisturize?
No, I'm not a Guido.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry to misrepresent you.
Coast.
I'm sorry to misrepresent you,
Dictionary definition.
Angelini. Sorry to misrepresent you.
He for sure he's even has said, actually I think he said that when those accusations came out. He's like, I mean,
Yeah.
like I use lotion, you know. So
Yeah.
it's like if you use lotion daily, even if you don't use it on the day of, when you sweat, it's
Yeah.
there still.
Right.
I don't even use lotion. I use beef tallow. That's
Yeah.
all I use. I just
We've
rub
talked
myself
about
with
it, yeah.
beef tallow. It's amazing. It's good for your lips.
Who just came out
Everything.
with that? Was it somebody on the?
What? I'm not joking, by the way. That's all I use.
There was a guy that was like a jiu-jitsu guy that was like, "This is what I use," and it was beef tallow, and it was like
It's
he was talking
amazing.
about
It's good for your skin.
Just
I
right
buy it
now.
by
I think
like
you
the
heard that on
paint
the Post
bucket.
Rolls podcast.
I just use
No, he said it already.
Yeah.
But
Cover
there was
your
a guy
body.
I
I
don't know
saw
if you're
it.
joking
Like I
or
saw
not.
the container.
He's not joking.
Who was it?
I don't know. I've
use
never
a-
seen that.
you can
He
buy
was,
a
he was
bucket
saying like I
of-
use it as
I'm
as
not even
greasing.
kidding. There was not greasing, just like whatever. But there was I want to say it was a jiu-jitsu guy on like Instagram or whatever, and they literally had the like container of beef tallow. Like the good one is when it's all white, when you know it's all
Was
white.
it
good.
Ben Eddy?
That is
Because
good.
Ben Eddy's always posting
No,
about
it
his
wasn't
like.
Ben Eddy.
his,
It was
He's always posting about his meat diet.
Dang, dude, I want to say it was like somebody.
You can buy a paint bucket of Wagyu beef tallow for $36.
Really?
That's gonna
Like a
last
gallon
you
of it?
all year. Whatever else you need, you know.
Dude, if I have
maybe
to rub anything on me that goes,
Oh man.
I'm not using that.
Yeah, right, Professor. You're on the computer for a long time and you take a little break. Yeah, no, it works. It all works well.
Here's that arm bar. Yeah, actually,
Oh, let's
it
see.
wasn't that close. His arm was turned the other way.
Yeah,
like almost immediately.
yeah, it looked.
They practice getting out of that too at the B
Yeah.
team. Respect. That's exactly. Didn't I tell you that's exactly what was going to happen?
No, you said that he was gonna.
What? What did I say? No, I said he was going to beat him by points.
You said points.
Didn't I, Adam?
You said he was gonna he was gonna shut him down.
You said that if a submission doesn't happen, nothing counts. That's what you said.
I'm pretty sure you said a
He said,
submission.
"Fuck
There's gonna be a
this.
submission.
If there is,
really
it doesn't even matter at all. The bet doesn't count unless it's a submission.
It doesn't matter, but I knew he wasn't going to submit
Did
him.
he really say that?
I swear.
So we
You're
don't
saying I
care.
won this bet.
So it's even. No, I didn't
Let's
think he was
just
going to
go
submit.
and share a meal together. I'll buy
Will.
wings. I'll buy
You have
wings.
to buy a candle, though.
That used to be like
Just one single candle, and you have to light it in between us.
That should definitely have been part of the bet.
at the wing
That should be-
shop.
That should always be an automatic. Anytime there's food included.
We can go Dutch.
Has to buy the
The
candle.
loser has to buy a candle and just light it gently,
Can we
softly.
just take a moment to
Move out the other
complain
person's chair,
about North County's lack of late night food game?
Ooh, is it bad?
We don't have like oh, it's midnight.
Define late night.
Let's go out and
Oh.
get something. There's like 2 places.
Is there?
Like In and Out's open.
Oh my
till
I feel like
1.
that only
What?
exists
And like-
in major cities.
Yeah, but
San
like, I feel
Diego,
like
I
we-
got a
LA.
24-hour taco shop.
Yeah, okay, taco shop's great. Yeah,
That pizza joint.
Where do you
taco
live?
shops are cool.
Claremont.
They're doing it. Yeah, I mean, they got
well,
some 24-hour.
He's in La Jolla.
Why do you think I put my gym?
Barely. Don't act like.
Why do you think I put my gym right next to Rigoberto's? Right? I mean, that's the
Rigoberto's.
reason why I picked that gym.
Rigoberto's.
Right?
That's amazing.
It's the closest. You can't get any closer. I
No.
picked the
No,
closest spot.
That location is prime.
You guys, I'm going to super heavyweight next year because there's no way I'm not getting a burrito every day of my life once that gym opens.
Is it good? Is that place good?
It's like
24 hours.
It's
Yeah.
You've had Alberto's.
Yeah, it's.
Oh, the
dude,
Alberto's
it's
chains
fine.
just got like sold to a bunch of people, and they're just like now there's Umberto's and Filiberto's. And
Well, you know where a really famous Rigoberto's was on the corner of Mission Bay Drive, right by the roller coaster, right there in Mission Bay.
Okay.
That there's 3 Mexican places.
5
Right
roll
there.
tacos
There's
for like
Marcy's,
$5
which was legit, right, and then there was Rigoberto's on the corner. And there's a pizza shop right next to it, right?
I know the place very well. I had a buddy of mine that lived right across the street, and his bathroom didn't work for about a month, so that's all he used.
He's with Rigoberto's.
You know, my buddy Justin, he's tall, the bald guy. He literally just like, oh, my bathroom's clogged, and we just go to the taco shop across the street. So I go over there. He's like, no, you gotta use the taco shop.
That's funny.
It's disgusting.
That's the best.
there's a place on San Diego State campus because I used to live on campus, but not go to school. And
Wait a minute. Where we lived? Is that state? Was that state?
Yeah.
There's like Van Wilder
So
Alberto's?
on campus.
No, it was. Oh man, how am I gonna forget it now? It was my favorite
There's
place.
a
on
corner
earth.
of College of Montezuma.
So there was the Senor Frogs or whatever. Senor.
Oh, yeah.
So directly across from that. Yeah, man, I can't believe I'm forgetting it.
It was good.
It was like the college spot, like 'cause they had beer there too. Like it would
Oh,
be
yeah, yeah.
slammed on the weekends. Fuck, like I went there forever. I can't believe I'm forgetting the name right now. It's
That's
like
okay.
You
Tell
ever
the
forget
story.
like a name of like a friend that like?
But
it's
you're
like
talking
your
about it's not
actual-
on
it's someone you
campus,
know well.
right?
Like,
It's
fuck,
like
how
it's
am I
like
forgetting
right
the name?
across. It's like on the south side
It's
of the
connected.
campus.
It's connected to the like. Dude, when I was 19, I did not know which way south was.
Not
I'll
towards
give you a
the
fun
8 freeway.
story.
The other way.
So it's all right. it's not super important, but they were like
it's
this.
not at all. Just give us the fun story about it.
It's not even really a fun story now. It's just something I was going to mention in passing. And
Well, let me tell you a fun story about his place.
Oh, I'll go fuck
It was
myself.
next to the.
No, we need to know where this place is located.
Now I want to know. Please.
all I was going to say is that they sponsored me. And they were like, we will sponsor you.
That's awesome.
And we'll give you like an X amount of burritos forever. And at this time,
That's an amazing
I was
story.
so poor. Like, I often had sleep for dinner. You know what I mean? I was like, fuck yeah.
Get to bed.
Yeah.
But the reason I lived there was because the reason I lived on campus was because I lived with my girlfriend at the time. And then they sponsored me. And then we fucking broke up, and I had to move back to Riverside, and I lost my damn sponsorship. I was broke again.
Dude, I would definitely get sponsored by a taco shop. For sure.
Oh my God.
100% want to.
It might
do that.
happen.
It might
Your
happen.
gym might be,
Yes.
yeah.
It might happen.
Get some hey guys, we're gonna stick a nice logo on our gis for
I would do
our
it.
competing.
I would do it.
Right, some few burritos after. So my favorite is when we were at the college.
Oh yeah.
That what?
It's
Cameras
Trujillo's.
What?
Trios.
Yes.
That's what it is. Shout out to Trios. Actual friend of the podcast.
For real.
The guy that
Ex-sponsor.
He still follows me. His name is Peter.
Oh, respect, Peter.
Nice.
Friend of the podcast, Peter.
That's cool.
Thank you.
I like that story. Though.
Yeah, thanks for following us.
All right, sorry. Go ahead.
It's
Go
fun.
ahead.
So you lived next to the taco shop, next to the college,
Yeah.
and it was so close that we'd put the blinds down. So because we were essentially in the drive-through, we were
you're
that
just
close.
getting blasted.
You'd still have the still room
Brights.
would be bright orange, even with the blinds down.
So we would
Like literally.
after a cocktail or two, like, come on, this is fun to do, and we'd grab somebody new, and then you'd peek through the blinds, and as somebody went through the drive-through, they would say their order, and then we'd be like, and guacamole too. And we're like,
Actually, cancel that. I just want a coffee.
and they would respond like, oh, you wanted to 3 times the guacamole on there? And the person would be like, no, I didn't say that.
No,
I
that's
don't
extra
know
in Southern
where it's
California. They
coming
fucking
from.
avocados are $5 each.
It was brutal.
We would go on for a while. Be like, and a bean burrito. Okay, so that's 3 rolled tacos, California burrito, and a bean burrito. No bean burrito. Actually, yes, no, I do want a bean burrito. You'd be like, oh, do you want a bean burrito or not? No, I don't. No, yes, I do. You'd be like, what?
People in the car not hear you?
No, they didn't know.
Right?
They were so close, and you could watch through the blinds.
I mean, we were 10
and
feet
just
away.
manipulate people's orders. It was magic.
so
Dude,
funny.
that's
It was
so funny.
it
That's
was-
like a very
It was
unique story.
super fun.
But it's also very funny, and everyone can laugh at that because it's pretty harmless.
You're not hurting anybody.
No.
They would. I mean, we were
Who doesn't
probably,
want more guacamole?
we were probably improving. I was going to say we were improving their business because people get so frustrated. They're like, "Fine, yes, one more California burrito."
Whatever.
Jesus, I
got
don't
so
know where it's coming from, but I'll take one. Okay, I'll
The
take it.
worst
home.
is if they have like a specific order.
Yeah.
It's like, please no sour cream.
No sour
and you're
cream.
like,
I'm
and you're
deathly
like, no,
allergic
no,
to
no,
sour
and it's like,
cream.
dude, I'm going to accept that just because they heard me with my no sour cream, and I don't want to mess that up. So just yes, another
Just take
burrito.
That's right.
Just for God's
I
sake,
got
don't
so
put sour cream on it.
acclimated to that place that like I would literally go to sleep and I'd hear people fight. Like people were getting fights outside. And I'm like, oh, whatever. But if I heard a girl fight, I'd be like, oh, I'm getting up. But I mean, there'd be like literally like at least 5 or 6 fights. Or like
Really?
yeah, it's like maybe there's gonna be a
Fights
fight.
was
But like,
magic.
is it really gonna happen?
Yeah.
You know,
Right,
like but you
right.
could hear like it was constantly like you think a fight was gonna happen, but it never really did. But every once in a while, there's a girl fight.
So
I'm like,
you lived there.
I want to watch this.
We lived.
Oh, I thought you meant you'd get up to go help.
No, you just look out. I mean,
He's
it's
like,
just
I
like
wanna see
I'd
this
be-
one.
I mean, I just feel like doing work or whatever, and it's like then you could hear it like, but the amount of fights that would almost happen at least 5 or 6 times a night.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe once, maybe someone would actually happen.
I was in a Trader Joe's the other day, and these 2 guys were in a verbal altercation and like threatening to
At
fight
Trader
each other.
Joe's?
At Trader Joe's, yeah.
Oh, wow.
And they were like, one guy was standing by the checkout stand, one guy was at the exit, and it was one of those. So like they were safe in there because they couldn't get in a fight inside. For like according to their minds, which is not true. Like, you know,
Yeah.
it's not like they were like
One of
so
them was
like,
crazy.
I was like, well, just go outside. Let's handle it. All right, go outside then. yeah, all right, well, you go outside, I'll go out there after you. It's like, I'm just like sitting there watching this whole thing. I'm like, I wanted so badly to be like if I wasn't more of a self-conscious person, I would be like, you guys are both fucking scared. Just go.
Nobody's going outside, by the way. Wow, that's really funny.
Nothing came of it.
No, yeah.
Imagine that.
No, good. That's what life is about.
Yeah.
We're all very, little high stress.
Yep.
And I just realized lately that how ridiculous driving is because you are driving missiles. We're all driving missiles way faster than we should be able to do it. And so your nervous system has to be so high tuned to what you're doing. And so it's so annoying that people would interrupt this tune that you have, which makes me really...
When people cut you off, it's like, fuck. Like it's overreact.
Yeah, because because you got to be like, you're not supposed to be going 70 miles an hour as a human.
You're not supposed to go that fast.
So it's frustrating when somebody makes you slow down a little bit. So it really gives it's a fun perspective to be like, oh yeah, no, we're not supposed to be doing this, and we should be highly alert. If somebody, how about that? So if somebody is irritated with you because you made them slow down because you got in front of them or whatever, yeah, good, because they should be highly alert, and they should slow down, and they should realize it, and that's how they should be performing on the road.
Roll your window down, like, sir, thanks for caring. thanks for caring.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Thanks for caring.
Or they just, put the autopilot on their Tesla and lay back and
and then take a little nap and play some like chess on mine or something. That sounds magic.
I got pretty bad for a while. I got like fed up one day with people that would like road rage against me, and I would just point at them constantly without stopping, like. Yeah, I just wouldn't.
By the way, that was very aggressive.
When you point with all your fingers, that's even worse, right?
Whoa!
That means the whole point.
I'm gonna divide these.
Boom. And I would just point at him and be like, "Dude, like."
That's called fisting, my friend.
Is that?
That's aggressive.
No,
it was very aggressive.
It's fingering. It's four-fingering.
Four-fingering.
Did you put them together, or were they like wide?
I try to
kung fu spearhead.
Yeah, I try to avoid it now. Doing that, but for a while,
why are you getting road rage on so often?
No, I don't know.
The problem is you.
Suck a
driving too
no,
I've never had it happen.
no, whatever. Like but like, okay, you're driving somewhere, and then someone just pulls out. They're trying to drive way too fast.
Yeah.
It's fine. I get it.
Yeah.
I'm driving already over the speed limit. I'm driving too fast.
Right.
But you're driving way.
But you cut them off.
Fast.
Right.
No.
But they're going too fast.
Well, if I admit when I've done the thing, I go, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you do that.
Oh yeah, I go, I'm sorry.
But then you're like,
No. I only do that if they do it to me. I'm like,
I don't know what that means, but I don't like it.
go.
He follows them home, they get out of the car, he's still just... and then he pulls off finally.
Well, it's only till they stop trying to be tough with me. I'm like, hey.
No.
Right?
That was 3 moves.
I don't, yeah.
Very close.
Double. But that was years ago. I don't do that anymore because I just don't want to bug with people. I don't want to get shot in the face, actually, so I don't do any of that stuff anymore.
Dude, that's the thing, man. I was going to say this about this Trader Joe's thing is what I was about to say was I wish that there was a world, we still had a world where we were like, all right, let's just go fight.
Yeah.
If you really want to fight?
Fisticuffs.
But dude, I mean, I'm sure neither of those guys at Trader Joe's had a knife on them, but just in general, I don't get into fights, man.
No,
we don't want that.
No,
we're too old for that.
My favorite,
honestly.
and
even when I was younger, I was like, no.
I was pretty scrappy.
Yeah,
the crew
Were
that I
you?
hung out with,
because
there was fights a lot.
You're local, local North County,
and
bunch of hillbillies. You guys,
I didn't like. I'm a very nice and tolerant person.
Yeah.
But also, I wouldn't let somebody walk all over me. Right. Mm-hmm. Like if they were trying to fight me, I'd be like, okay, we're fighting.
And we're like strangers in a bar.
Yeah, whatever bar. Because when you go to bars, you get the ruffians.
Yeah.
And a lot of times we would fight we would fight for like fun. Like we would be because there's a lot of gangs in San Marcos, and what happens when you grow up in Escondido too.
Yeah.
When you grow up in the
fascinating.
town, you are friends with all of the gang members because you knew them when you were 8 years old.
Yeah.
And you guys were like, I went to their house, right? Like,
Yeah.
we knew each other, and all of a sudden you
Yeah.
started disappearing and doing weird
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
But I'm still
separate.
like, you know, I
Yeah.
know you. right?
Felipe,
Like,
yeah.
yeah, Felipe, you're my friend, and you're cool. But it's like, you know, and then so I was like actually very good friends with them, and it got to the point where like in high school, they knew that I wasn't like that, so we'd be chilling, and then they were about to do some shady stuff, and they'd be like, "Adam, I think it's time you have to leave." And they would like tell me like, "It's gonna get crazy now, and you're not gonna want to be here for this." And I'd be like, "Okay, like, well, see you guys later," and I would just like leave. But like they would fight for fun. They would just fight each other, like real fighting too, not just like, "Oh, you're my friend, let's spar."
Yeah.
They would like
Yeah.
fight each other, and I would be there for that too. So we would scrap a lot with me. Yeah, it was
man.
we were pretty scrappy. We didn't know shit.
That seems cool though.
We were not skilled.
Yeah.
Let me tell you that. It was not a great. It was before I trained. It was before. You know, it was just, you know,
good old
scrappy.
days.
It was
Yeah.
just,
That seems awesome.
Yeah.
Like fucking
Yeah.
like Green Street Hooligan style. It was
was
like,
the-
all right, we're just gonna get in the
sometimes
fight.
it was like that.
And then it was like,
but not like that. But like it was like,
I'm not saying like in terms of the numbers, but I'm saying just
Yeah.
like it's just a fight. And then like
yeah.
and it's like, all right, it's over.
You
Like
would
if
do
fight
that,
ended,
yeah.
you know. But like now, you know, like it's almost like praise to be like, oh, this guy, like we got in a fight and I lost, so then I got a gun. I was like, dude,
Right.
that's fucking.
Well, that was
Right?
scary.
Just
You're
be a
like,
man about
no,
it.
it's just
Yeah.
That was scary.
settled. It's done.
So
Yeah,
my,
yeah.
my jiu-jitsu did bleed into this era. When I was 20 years old, I went to like a house party, and it was one of those like type of situations. And we realized right when we got there, like, oh, maybe we shouldn't have been here. And a guy was like challenging me, and I realized right away what was going on. He had to get in a fight for his gang. It, like you have, like, and you
That
know
was
this.
his, like,
This is the thing that
initiation
you
type
know.
thing?
Yeah, like this. Yeah, like you know, because he's not. You can't reason with this person.
Yeah, it's
his
no-
mission is
Right.
to fight you.
Yeah.
And so he keeps asking me these things and trying to get me mad, right? And he's like, you know, why don't you like chug this bottle of Jack Daniels with me right now? Like, and I'm like, actually, no, like I'm just drinking a beer. This
That
is
sounds like a bad idea.
this is terrible. Yeah, I told him straight up. And then he's like, how much do you weigh? And I'm like, I don't know, like 185, I guess. Like, I'm like answering him like it's
Like you were friends.
Yeah, like, I'm like, okay. And then he like, and at the time I was training, and my best move at the time was an anaconda choke. That was my favorite move.
Okay.
This guy, instead of trying to punch me, he
Yeah.
tries to double leg me, but it's a crappy double leg.
Oh boy. Oh man. You're like, thank you.
So I have a red Solo cup in my hand, right?
Okay.
I put it on the counter as he's trying to double leg me. Like I literally, okay, and then I'm like anaconda, and then we're both standing, right? And I do the roll, the 3/4
No way.
but the feet like
Feet in the air.
cartwheel, and it's a tile floor. It's in a kitchen, right? His ankles clack together like as we fall, and I'm just like, I got it in. Right,
Yeah.
it's fully in, right?
Yeah.
And I start to scrunch up, and get when he's like and he's like maybe like 20 pounds less than me. He's like 165.
Oh boy.
So I
This
really
is-
got this
this is
guy
all against him.
going. Yeah,
There's
it's really
nothing-
bad.
he's got nothing in his
Were
favor.
you like a blue belt or?
Yeah, blue belt.
Okay.
Wow,
It
perfect.
was like
Oh, okay.
2007.
So, yeah.
Blue
right?
belts,
Yeah.
they're vicious.
Yeah.
Zero.
Plus, you have like
belts are
ridiculous confidence at this
Really
point too,
wrapped up
probably.
pretty good.
Yeah, like, too much.
So then I'm scared though because I'm on the ground and his crew
Oh.
starts kind of coming over, and
Yeah.
I'm looking at him like, dude, you guys know what? I'm not saying this,
Yeah, yeah.
but my look was like,
You're a real look reader. I really
I
like
don't.
this.
My,
Yeah.
I said like
Great.
1,000
Nonverbal
words, right?
communication
With like
skills are.
just
Yeah.
yeah. I'm looking at him like, you guys like I didn't pick this.
Right.
You guys, this guy.
Yeah.
He
picked- and they
chose his
saw all
demise.
this. Yeah.
You saw
and then my friends are just outside looking through a glass like window.
Yeah.
Like and I'm just like, dude. And then
They're like, the
so they
Mexican
try.
gangsters are going to fuck you up pretty
I thought I was
soon.
gonna get stomped on. I kind of got nervous for a second,
Yeah.
but then they tried to like help him.
Yeah, yeah.
Like by like moving his feet, but just made it worse. Like it made it tighter. And I was like, he's gonna pass out. I told him, I was like, he's gonna pass out. And then they're like, all right. And then you could hear him like just gurgling. And I was like, he's gonna pass out right now. He's going to sleep, right? And then they told me, oh no, stop. So I let him up because I was like, if I don't stop, they're probably gonna like kick my face.
Yeah.
So I got up and it was like full on jiu-jitsu wins. Nobody got hurt. I looked like the coolest guy ever. And they like left, and I'm like, hey, we're leaving because I don't want to know what they left.
Did they
to go
give
get
you like props? So like, all right.
No, I don't know. They were just like, okay, whatever. And I just like, I can't remember. It was 2007.
Right. Yeah.
But like, yeah, that was
Jiu-jitsu
like a pretty cool jiu-jitsu win story.
awesome.
It was like no one got hurt.
Yeah.
I love that you have to be
that is fucking
so
awesome.
good at jiu-jitsu that you can get into a fight and nobody gets hurt. That's that's to me that's the highest level of jiu-jitsu. That if somebody wants to fight you, you can beat them and nobody gets hurt.
Yeah.
And that's man, is that an awesome way to end our whole fight companion right now? That was awesome.
I was gonna say something, but I guess now I feel like now I have to.
I love you so much.
Started to say something like, "This is a good way to end." Yeah.
It is. I don't know.
See, that's what I was going to say.
I could not. We could not stop. How long have we been going?
We are at we're 2:20. We're almost to a full road. I'm not
we got
gonna.
40 minutes left, fellas. Are you kidding me?
I don't think our equipment is
Don't
gonna
get me
last.
started, you guys. You guys are
have to
going to
pee.
have to duct tape my mouth shut.
I just had-
Have you haven't taken a leak yet?
No, I have to take
We're
a peek.
professionals.
Yeah,
This is our
maybe.
5th podcast.
My God,
We're not hydrated.
That's true. We dehydrated before we came here.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't bring a water bottle to your gym. I just sat there and sweat for like, whatever.
that's awesome.
That's it.
All I was
Tell
going to
us.
say about
Yeah.
jiu-jitsu is imagine how good that makes Damian Maia that he got into a UFC fight without
Yeah.
hurting anybody.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I
Like,
mean?
multiple.
A lot.
He taps people
like a
out.
bunch. Like that was his whole thing. He's like, I don't want to like hit people hard. I just want them to, give me their back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Until who did he go against? Was it Anderson
amazing.
Silva?
Yeah.
That just pounded him into his knees.
Literally danced on him.
Yeah. All right, Davey Maya. Well, probably should have tried to take a swing at Silva. For God's sake. Jesus. That was brutal.
Yeah.
It's just on his knees. Just swinging from his knees.
Did that happen?
Come on.
He's swinging from his knees?
I swear. It was awful. If I remember
Oh,
right.
man.
I mean, because he's the man.
He is the man.
Davey Maya is the man. His jiu-jitsu is incredible. But when he fought, do you remember that match? When he fought Anderson Silva? Oh, I don't even. Maybe it wasn't Anderson Silva, but it was like, man, when he's just swinging from his knees.
If you're gonna fight someone named axe
if
murder,
it's in the
then you
UFC.
probably need to have some kind of violence.
Oh no, not
Vandalay.
not Vanderlei Silva.
Yeah.
I forget who he fought from his knees.
I was like, I don't remember that happening in the Anderson fight, but okay, gotcha.
Yeah. No, but yeah, I don't know. I mean,
Vanderlei
I'm a huge fan of.
At the Muscle Farm training facility when they used to be in Denver, there was like this giant 30 by 20 wall print of Anderson face kicking Vitor, like with his face all wrinkled,
full on front kick.
Yeah.
Front kick,
That was
dude.
sick.
I used to just like sit there on the mats, look up, and like, poor Vitor.
Yeah.
Just this giant him, just face smashed.
That was magic.
Yeah, it was.
That was magic. That was full
Fucking
Karate
Steven
Kid.
Seagal.
Steven Seagal?
He taught him the move. That's what Anderson says.
That's what he said?
He did say that.
What?
He did say that.
Well, you
I
remember
didn't
this?
know that. No,
So,
I didn't know
yeah,
that.
say that.
He did that, right? And then he did that, and then Steven Seagal was like, he actually was backstage with Anderson, and
Of course he was. Steven Seagal does everything.
and he was
He
like,
probably just got off his shift of being a sheriff.
it was more or less like Steven Seagal was like, and then I told Anderson, son, give him the front kick. It was basically that. And then Anderson was like, yeah, I mean, he came to the gym and he showed us how to front kick, you know. But I'm sure that he already knew how to fucking front kick, you know.
Yeah.
But then Steven Seagal was in Machida's corner. And he was actually having Machida drill that front kick, and then he front kicks Randy Couture in the face. Right?
Yeah.
Randy Couture knocks out with the same thing. And yeah, Steven Seagal was in the corner. For
I mean,
both of those
Steven
fights.
Seagal's a badass dude back in his day,
Yeah,
for sure.
Dude, one of my students, my blue belts, learned this fucking Aikido sweep thing where he like, can I see your hand?
Yeah.
More or less like
you do one of these guys.
Yeah, you like
Okay.
Aikido wrist locks him,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
you just roll, like side roll.
Wow.
And then the guy either has to roll or break his wrist.
Yeah. Wow.
And he sent it to me like a week ago. So check this sweep out, and I was gonna be like, "You shouldn't do this because if they don't roll, you're gonna break their wrist."
Yeah.
And I was like, I didn't respond. I was like, "That's cool." And then tonight he did it on somebody, and he freaking sprained their wrist.
Oh,
I was like, he's probably not gonna do it. Like, not like he can't do it. I was like,
Oh, and that's the other guy who got his wrist.
the guy that was sitting there holding his wrist.
No.
Yeah, and I felt so bad. I mean, nobody deserves that anyways, but he's such a nice guy.
Yeah.
He was like, oh yeah, I should have rolled. I was like, no, probably shouldn't have been doing roll or break your wrist moves.
Yeah. Right.
Well, it's like I feel like I have gone against enough Aikido guys to know when they're going for that. Like I'm just like, no.
Yeah.
Right. Like I'm just like
I'm not
I
even
feel.
not gonna
You
give it
rolled
to you.
with,
Yeah,
you've rolled with
like-
multiple Aikido practitioners?
Oh yeah.
I've never even met one.
Oh yeah. There's a ton. I've rolled with a ton of them.
Really?
Sometimes they train jiu-jitsu and you don't know, and you're like, well, this guy's learning really fast. And you're like, well, why is he? So I'm like, oh, I have a black belt in Aikido. Oh, or I really experienced Aikido.
What are the parallels?
Well, the parallels aren't that. I mean, there's some, but the thing is just movement and the ability to train, right? So
Okay.
like when I used to work at a like Taekwondo gym, teaching their black belts Judo and Jiu Jitsu. So the requirements for the gym was that you had to be a black belt in Taekwondo, and then you could come to my class and you would wear a white belt in Jiu Jitsu, but it was free to only their black belts, right? And the guy would just pay me some amount of money. It was my first like real teaching job. It got me in the door. I was a brown belt when I first started it, right?
This is at Paulo's place. Paulo,
No, this is
you're getting
at-
a little extra.
No, this
Paulo
was
didn't know
at
about?
a place in Escondido.
Oh, okay.
It was another place. And so all of their students, white belts in jiu-jitsu, no judo jiu-jitsu, but they learned so well because they were just all structured and they learned how to learn moves, and they already
wrist
I
locks.
was getting black belts in some art,
Yeah.
which
is
doesn't,
huge.
Okay, maybe it's not as effective as some of the other ones, but they learn how to learn, and
Yeah,
it was
for
they were
sure.
the best students ever, and they would just like I was getting these kids that were like going and winning like orange belt kid tournaments back in the day, and I was like, dude, this is crazy, but they were just so like primed to learn the moves, and they learned them very, very quickly. And Aikido guys, the same thing. Like, okay, maybe those ones, the moves that they're doing, don't seem very realistic in like a real scenario. But like, you just take that person who has already spent a lot of time, and the thing that Aikido has going for it is that they have like the uke-tori relationship, right? The training partner and the trainee and the trainer.
so they're
right?
good training
They're
partners.
very good training partners, and that's so important. You ever
Yeah,
get like a total dud training partner that you can't even train with that day?
100%.
It's
Yeah, I
terrible.
hate when
It's
Nick's like that.
terrible.
No, it's just like, come on, will you do something? Jeez.
Don't just lay there.
It's like, yeah, right?
No, just kidding. He's a beast. He's a beast, guys. Friends, all your friends at home.
Friend of the podcast. Friend of the podcast. Nick.
My co-host.
I meant to tell you one of my a guy that trains at the school. He messaged me and asked me something about the podcast, unrelated, and then he responded with hashtag actual friend of the podcast. I was like, oh, fuck
awesome.
yeah, the first real one.
Yeah, that's awesome. Respect to whoever that was, friend of the podcast, for real.
Dave.
We're watching you, Dave,
a.k.a.
friend of the podcast.
Queso Grande.
Dang, Queso Grande. Respect, sir. Thank you.
He's a white belt. He's 215 or so, but he was pretty heavy when he started.
Awesome.
And for whatever reason, he just likes Queso Gatami. Like with just the
alright.
head, like with just the head,
Yeah,
not the underhook, you know.
yeah.
And then so I was like, for a while, I was like trying to get him. I was like trying to get him to stop doing that. You know, I was like, just the payoff is not there, and if it doesn't work out, they got your back. You know, this and that. And then
was
you
his
know,
move, though.
he didn't. He kept doing it. So I was like, all right, well then, watch this guy. And there's this guy. I don't even know what his real name is. He calls himself the Sultan of Strangles. And
How do you come up with this stuff?
Yeah. Respect.
I love that.
Sultan.
he's high level. He's been close to the top of ADCC trials, like not qualifying, but maybe
Nice.
final 8 or something. You know,
Okay.
I was really hoping it was like a second degree white belt.
Assault.
That's okay.
Second degree white belt.
A real Sultan.
He calls himself the Sultan of Strangles, and he does this case of Gatami where it's the thing that Josh Barnett did in that. Who did he tap out with his wrestling shoes? You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. No, Josh Barnett actually got it. Yeah, it was
Dean Lister.
Dean Lister,
right? Yeah,
The
yeah.
guy who
Are you talking
literally
about a
tapped 3
scarf
times in
hold?
his entire life.
Yeah, but yeah.
He takes out the scarf hold. Is that what you're calling it?
Yeah.
Just like calf,
Yeah.
just chest compression.
Oh, yeah.
But he calls it
breathwork
the
demo.
camel crusher.
Ooh,
Yeah.
respect.
Yeah.
So Dean was the camel.
So I sent.
That's what she said.
Ooh.
He called it the
camels, baby. Yeah.
You son of a bitch.
They used to call me back in college.
So
Wow.
So anyways, I
really
showed
good.
I showed this to Dave, and he was like, "Well," and he's a white guy, you know, and he's
Okay.
like, "Well, I can't call it the camel crusher." So we went with Queso Grande. Well, that's what he went with, and I like it.
All right.
I feel like there's a couple of dropship shirts. The Camel Crusher, Prison Jiu Jitsu.
There could be. I told him he's got he's doing his first tournament coming up.
Yeah.
Either I told him or I thought it. He's probably listening. So if I didn't tell him
Dave,
already, he's
yeah,
listening to it now.
Friend of the podcast.
I think I told him for every camel crusher you submit somebody,
Yeah.
I'll give you $20 or something. As long as it's on
Respect.
camera. As long as it's on camera. Because if I could make an Instagram highlight reel of him just kissing everybody.
It can be
that'd
pretty
be
bad,
great.
though.
That's his
like,
move?
It can be pretty bad if
Yeah,
you're,
He's
if you're
done
not
to me.
ready for that
That's
stuff.
old
Never
school,
been like close
yeah.
to tap
Why not?
into it, but like,
Well, yeah.
but if I was less experienced, I'd be like, I might tap to this. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like,
If you don't know how to breathe, if
That's
you're
true.
breathing if you're a chest
right.
breather,
I know a good breath work.
you're kidding.
Fella.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's actually one of my demos.
Right.
Is,
Yeah.
the scarf hold. So
And
you
you-
can use use belly
breathing.
breathing, and then it totally relieves. Like even when I do the demo, sometimes it's like wow, there's a lot of pressure on
Yeah,
your chest,
yeah.
and then you switch to diaphragmatic breathing, you're like, whoa, the pressure's gone.
Yeah.
And you can really
Yeah.
you got a lot of structure to keep your chest hard.
Yeah.
So it's not really gonna, as long as you don't think that you need to breathe in, like you don't
Right,
get the
right,
anxiety
Yes.
from the chest.
Which a lot of new guys, I think that's why they tap, right?
Yeah,
they freak
for
out.
Exactly.
sure.
Yeah.
I feel like that's you were talking about not tapping to submissions. I feel like that is the case with chokes. Like if I can just get my heart rate down, I don't need as much blood in my
For
brain.
you,
Yeah. Yes.
It has twofold effect because like
Yeah.
if I get into a choke that if I can just chill out, then I don't need as much blood, right? Like
Yeah.
pumping.
I got you into a full
And-
one arm choke today, and I'm like, everything's done. What do I need to do now? Like I don't have any other everybody else taps to this.
Yeah.
Well, I don't even
You're
remember
good.
that happening.
I know.
So I don't think it was that close.
I think it's because you passed out and woke back up. But yeah, no, it was perfect. It was under your chin, everything. And I'm like, everyone else taps this. There's not a
Yeah.
next step. This is the final
It's
step.
good. It reminds me of one of my main training partners I've had for a while. This guy Sal, he is the same way. He doesn't tap to anything. He has like a third artery like in the back of his neck somehow, just getting blood. You're
Just
like
murder him.
and he's just like. And when he does to like the lower belts, even up to like the purple belts, he'll like let you grab his collar.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, he'll just let you. He'll just go like this, and you'll grab, and he'll just be like, and then you'll like you won't have any strength left, and then he just like literally will tap you with like queso-gatami pressure. Too.
Just because you're so
Like,
tired from
oh, yeah.
trying to choke him.
Roy Harris.
Not even kidding.
He goes with like the Conor McGregor's approach to trying to beat Khabib.
Yeah.
Just get tired by beating my ass so much. Hope it pays off.
Such a Connor hater.
The old
I am.
Homer
I
Simpson.
heard you in the DMs. I heard your wife's in his
Simpsons
DMs.
No,
He just lets the guy just punch him so many times, and then he gets so tired.
Are you talking about-
On The Simpsons, Homer Simpson. Yeah,
I don't remember that.
Frederick Tate, basically Mike Tyson, right? Like, and he's like gets in the ring with him.
Oh,
and he, like,
yeah, I do remember that
punches
episode.
him, and then he has to be punched an even amount of times, right? Like, or else he like gets brain damage. But if it's an even one, it puts him back. So like he's like.
That was Boss
mad
Rutan and
props to
Frank
Simpsons.
Shamrock.
What?
Do you remember Boss Rutan and Frank Shamrock in Pancrase?
Oh my god.
Do you remember that? You remember that, right? So Boss Rutan is just beating Frank Shamrock's face in, but Frank kept dipping his head, so he's hitting his skull, but it's still hurting him.
Of course.
And so, like in the clip, you can see Frank dipping his head, and Boss is cracking his skull, and then every time he cracks his skull, he looks up and goes. And just hits it, and he's like, and he does it like multiple times, and then when they walk, when it's over, I mean, he cracked him a bunch of times. He's kind of like,
I was
like, maybe that wasn't
feeling
the best
something.
idea.
You rattled something there.
But that was,
man.
Oh, that's an epic. That's like that. It's as good as the old Don Fry. And
They're just going.
To business, going to town like men.
I met Don Fry. Someone asked him about. I met him twice actually. No. Someone asked him about that thing, and he's like, "Well, I didn't have fun." Or something like that. Like, it wasn't fun.
It didn't look fun.
No. Dude, they look like He-Men. Yeah. Remember you had He-Man and you could pull the little trigger on their arms and they were just like one punch, just hooks.
Don Fry was at Dwayne's with Boss, and I might have told the story on this podcast before, but before he came, Dwayne was like, "Listen, guys, Don is like, he's really not politically correct. I'm just gonna say that, like, just so you know, if that is gonna bother you, then don't come." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he was awesome. And I don't know if you've heard him talk recently, but his voice is so gravelly, Yeah. And there's like, it's a big seminar, and there's like some middle-aged women in the class drilling together. And he's trying to explain like rotating your body like into these hooks. Because Boss throws, he showed combinations that have like 4 consecutive hooks. Left hook, right hook, left hook, right hook.
Front kick to the groin.
Bing, bang,
dangity dang, and then front kick to the groin. That's all he does. Is that not?
Right.
And looky what we have here. Smash its face.
The old
stomach, I give up. No, I don't.
It's the greatest.
I just realized right now, like in doing that impersonation, how similar Boss's accent sounds like Gru from Despicable Me.
Yes.
They're really similar. Anyways, Don was in there trying to explain to somebody how to he's talking about like rotating your hips, and he's like, you gotta point your tits. And there's like 40-year-old women that were drilling next to him, and I watched it happen, and they stopped and looked over, and they were like, okay, and they went back to drilling.
Don Fry's the best. He had a podcast with who's the old UFC 1 loser. You wouldn't believe this podcast.
UFC 1 loser?
Yeah,
there's 7 of them.
No, UFC 2. Severin. Dan Fry.
Severin.
Did you ever see Don Fry's in Severin's podcast?
I heard about it. I didn't listen.
Oh my God.
In my head, they're the same person, right? Don't they both have dark mustaches and look a lot alike?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say that. Don Fry, to me, is like a superhero, and Dan Severin is just like a big, meaty thug. But
really?
He's shrank into a tiny person.
Dan Severin is tiny?
It's like a tiny Dan Severin.
Was a stud wrestler.
And Don Fry together in a podcast. It is fantastic. They just smoke cigars and talk about
This is one podcast episode, or they had a podcast?
No, they had their own podcast. Dan Severin and Don Fry had a podcast.
Awesome.
Yeah. So friends of the podcast, Dan Severin and Don Fry. We love
thug. Oh yeah, he's just kind of like,
we love you guys to pieces. But he shrank, a fat guy. Man. Dan Severin shrank into I can't believe how much smaller he is. But whatever. I mean, it was a hilarious podcast, and Dan Severin is the man. I mean we could juice up in Pride. Don Fry. Dan Severin was never in Pride.
No, he did some UFCs.
I heard he would just fight he did 150 organizations. I heard Dan Severin was just he just went on the circuit, and would just go. Same with who is that giant, the biggest dude in Japan that was ever?
Oh, Bob Sapp.
Bob Sapp. He said he would give any venue 90 seconds whatever venue wanted 90 seconds, he had 90 seconds for you, and he would just like, and then he would like clam up after he threw his best.
Was Bob Sapp the guy that had like the staph infection through his lat?
Oof.
Remember, like they showed
Sounds
like
horrible.
Would have made sense because he just was made of meat.
He was a black dude, right?
Yeah.
Huge black dude. Yeah, that was
The
him.
biggest-
There's like if you just Google staph infection, not even Google his name, just Google staph infection. One of the top images is like his lat, and there's a tunnel through it. Like you can see
That
to
makes
the other
sense.
side.
And he was still over 350.
Even with that chunk of his lat missing.
He was on cereal boxes in Japan. Oh,
Was it
Well,
really?
thanks for that. Now I'm definitely showering when I get back.
It's too late. It's too late.
It's already there's a whole
You're
lot
already
left.
right now.
we should do. What if we did old prides? What if we started at Pride 1 and we just sat here and watched
Oh my
Pride
gosh,
1?
that's pretty
Have
funny.
like a green screen in the back, so like
Mystery
you're
Science
here, but then
Theater.
you can see the fights in the behind you. That'd be amazing,
Yeah, we
right?
could
So
do
you're
that.
like in it, and
Jamie,
just, like,
That'd probably
everyone
get
can
us
just watch you.
YouTube
You're like,
strikes. We wouldn't be able to. That would get us.
Oh yeah,
strikes.
that makes sense.
Stricken.
That makes sense
Why? Who? Old prides?
Because the UFC owns them.
because you can't.
And the UFC,
you can't use them.
the UFC is
hardcore
about like
Are
any
they?
small like YouTube channel
Yeah, it makes
using their
sense.
clips. Yeah,
Makes sense.
It's fucked up. We could just watch them and listen to it and like, hey, start at we're at minute 1 now. Here
Fight
we go.
companion for
Yeah,
YouTube
Pride
this.
1.
It was
Here's a
great. It
link.
was great that we told people what time we were watching these matches at because we just didn't talk about the matches until someone got subbed and went,
yeah.
Exactly.
So I got together with a bunch of friends, or a couple of friends that we all loved old prides, and we just put it on and started at 1 and ran them for a weekend. They were just always on. The
Really?
prides were just it was magic. And the best part of it all was Renzo Gracie and the way he pronounced what's the crazy white guy with that lost a lot. It's on the tip of my tongue. Tito Ortiz.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Tito.
not a white guy.
You're right.
Right.
It's a very pale. But he was like, he was respect. He was trying to give Tito Ortiz respect. And he was like, yes, Cheeto or cheese.
That's what you were going to say.
I almost put that in our intro. I almost put it for the Post Roast podcast. Like, Cheeto or cheese is a very good fighter.
Dude, you know what Sergio sent me? He's like, dude, this clip needs to go in your intro, and it was something that you had posted. It was like the how did it go? It was like, I lost my penis in an ice bath, like that video that you posted.
I got no shaft. That's good. That's good. Everybody, I can't tell you how many people sent me that. As soon as that came out, it was just like bing, 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 bing. Like, strangers all over. This is good. Yeah, it was funny.
Thinking of you.
Dude, as a group of people that have all been training for a long time, how many times have you been sent the meme of like jiu-jitsu guys when someone breaks into their house and then they like butt scoot at the robber?
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yes.
Even
dude,
the Simpsons
so
did
all
that.
of my friends and send me this. I'm like, dude, not only have I seen this meme 8 times, they've made that like 20 times over.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, you remember the OG one, right?
Simpsons.
The Get in My Guard video from way back in the day.
No.
Dude.
No.
So this is the
Really?
first one.
Oh.
Yeah, it's super old. Before Jiu-Jitsu was like even like blown up. This guy would come up to people, like put his mouthpiece in, and he like would fall on the ground and be like, "Get in my guard, get in my guard," and like it was like, yeah, like. Anyway, that was like probably the first one who ever did that, and it was
the OG.
pretty. I mean, the first time you watch it, it's pretty funny.
yeah, the first time.
Yeah.
I've seen it 82 times.
Yeah, but I think Kit Dale did it a while ago too. Like he would he walked up to somebody and started scooting towards them or something.
Yeah.
I saw the best on BJJ Fanatics today. I saw the best post that really got everyone in a frothy lather of comments, and it was, why are the best jiu-jitsu players guard pullers? And everyone was like, they're not. You should be it was it was perfect.
But it gets the most action because everyone wants to disagree.
Well, are they wrong? the best jiu-jitsu players, they're not.
So
they are guard pullers.
well, here's the thing though. Like, there's a saying, right? Like,
Okay.
if you want to learn how to do something on the internet, if you want actual people to tell you what to do, you don't ask them how to do it. You
Watch them do
show them how to do it wrong, and then they're all going to be like, "Fuck you! This is how you do it." And they're all going to give you the best advice. And you'll learn exactly how to do it.
So I just saw someone post something like that. They were like, "Hey, I go to school for XYZ, and when I have a question, I don't just post it on Reddit. I post it on Reddit, then I get on another account and I give myself really bad information." Because then nobody will go out of their way to help you. But if they see someone saying something wrong, you're like, no, it's like this.
They want to hate. So like you just got to go like, like what's the, like it's like if you want to learn how to do a triangle the right way, just go on and do the crappiest triangle ever and be like, check out this triangle, and everyone's gonna be like, you gotta put your leg here, you gotta do it. And they'll just like tell you the best way to do it. And you're like, thanks.
God, are we
It's funny when people do that though. You think about like guard is the essential of like
what makes
beginners.
jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Like I feel like the first fight, going back to your story, the first fight I've gotten into, well, at least most memorable, was when I was a blue belt as well. I was on the beach. There was a guy that was like probably at least twice my size. I mean, he was having a bad day, had a divorce. My buddy, remember Chicago brought him down?
Sure, yeah.
Construction worker, like.
Oh, I was going to say, how did you know he got a divorce?
Like, yeah, he was on the beach with us. He was like 6'5", 230, and just not having a good day. I said something to him, threw his beer can in my face, swung at me. So I just threw him my guard, threw him down, and
You
de-escalated.
jumped guard on him?
Yeah. Threw him down. Awesome. And so I brought him down. He couldn't do anything. Because I just brought his face to my chest, and like that was it. Like he couldn't do anything. So I mean, it was just kind of like we were stuck there for a bit. And I'm like, no, this is how this is gonna be. And it was over. Like,
This is your life now.
Yeah, I was like, this is it. Like, you know, I mean, you're a lot bigger than me.
Did you go, shh?
Yeah, I should have.
Just a baby.
I should have.
Just a baby.
Admittedly, I did a couple elbows on his face, but that was it all ended. But
Neither here nor there.
But I mean, if you want, I mean, like I think when you see those videos, you're like, oh, you shouldn't do guard. But no, I mean, that's essential.
That's the start.
How do you hold someone in place and just contain them, right in an uncontainable situation?
I will admit, and when I the way I was brought up in jiu-jitsu, it's like takedown, play on top. Like Paolo's a judo guy, right? Like he was just all about takedowns, right?
Yeah.
And I learned so
Big
much
time.
judo, and I was like, you know, I got all the techniques. I learned all this stuff. And then I like a lot of wrestlers came through the gym, so I learned a lot of wrestling, and I was like all about like takedowns.
How much of judo and wrestling are applicable in full like no rules grappling scenario?
No rules?
Oh yeah.
No striking, just a grappling scenario.
Yeah, a lot. You can use judo and jiu-jitsu.
Okay,
quite
how much
well.
though? How much?
Yeah, like
how much judo is still
like if we're
valid?
standing and most people, if they're not like a super high level takedown artist, I feel very comfortable.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I you know, that's something that. But when I go in the tournaments, the problem is it takes so much effort to take someone down, and then you're gassed.
So I was gonna say is the reason why you pull is like the cost benefit is not there because it's so much effort.
You just got 2 points.
And then it was bad. So one time, one of my first black belt tournaments that I did, it wasn't the first one, but it was like one of them. I pulled guard and I won. And then I went back
shame?
and I was like, I really did. I was like, dude, because I'd done a match before that. I didn't pull guard and I lost. And I kind of gasped towards the end, and then I pulled guard, and then I won, and I was like, So for the next couple tournaments, I just pulled guard, and I won every time. And I was like, no, I don't like this. Like, I want to take somebody down, I want to pass their guard, I want to knock them, and I want to crush them. But then like it just like was so much easier because I didn't gas out.
How long are judo matches?
3. Well, it just depends on the judo match. It could be
Olympic judo
sometimes
matches.
up to 5 minutes. Sometimes
5 minutes.
Really?
4. I want to say 4.
So like the the highest level of
Yeah,
wrestling,
wow.
right? You have
Yeah.
3-minute periods, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the reason is because it's fucking tiring. So if you have a
Makes sense.
10-minute
Crazy.
match,
Makes sense.
Yeah.
and you have to do this such a tiring thing
Dude.
for only to get 2 points, maybe,
Yeah.
or possibly to do it to be down by 2 points, and now you're tired.
What do you mean? Because you went for it
Because
and then
if,
it reversed?
you both refuse to pull guard, right? And if you don't have, maybe you get taken down, right? That's the risk.
Could be.
You could just be like, and then you, as opposed to you
the
could just come
opposite of
out
just
there
sitting
and just be
down.
like, no
Yeah.
points for you, sit down.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
I never thought about that.
Right?
That's like the,
I mean, I sit down a lot, so I don't even think about it. Sorry, friends of the podcast.
I very up to very recently, I used to preach dude, you should really have great takedowns, because coming from MMA, I had better takedowns than most jiu-jitsu guys, and I was like, dude,
Yeah.
it's like starting every match up by 2 points, and it's awesome. But then I realized but all you have to do is as soon as someone pulls guard on you, well, there goes your ability. You spent all of that time to learn takedowns, and I could just take it away from you. No takedowns for you.
So, you know what my analogy is we're about to have a car race. We're about to race in our cars. And are you going to race to the door of your car and get in and start it first? Who cares? It doesn't matter.
to the
We haven't
shit.
started yet. So,
Let's get to what we came here for.
You know, they used to do that back,
They
used
did
that
at
used to
24 at Le Mans.
That's right. Did they? Yes.
They started across
You
the
could
track, you had to
race.
run over
They
and
had
then
to
start your
run.
car, and then
Yeah.
Wow.
well, then that makes sense.
Yes.
Makes perfect
Yeah,
sense.
it's nuts. You
But
watch
yeah,
those guys.
To me, a
they're
takedown in jiu-jitsu is exactly that.
You know what?
It's like you're going to race to the
great-
cars with your key.
That's a good analogy.
it's like a scary movie. Fuck's fumbling with your keys, unlock the door.
No, they'll just take off.
No, the car, it starts when our keys are both in. Just in case you're wondering.
where judo shines in jiu-jitsu is on
Yeah.
the in the beginning it's hard to get a judo throw on a good
Yeah.
jiu-jitsu player. They're going to pull guard, or they're so, because in judo's famous for their hip throws, right?
Sure.
And
Yep.
the reason why they're so prevalent is because you're literally obligated to make forward progress towards your partner in judo. You will get shidoed, which is a stalling penalty if you're kind of pushing away.
Oh.
Right? When jiu-jitsu, you can push away for a lot longer before they call
Yuri
you out.
Smolis, yeah,
Yeah,
just all day.
can't, right?
Not friend of a podcast, by the way. Just Jesus.
I'm going to clip all these years of most
Yeah.
things. And go ahead.
But judo shines in when, let's say, we're both on the ground, right? And then I come up for maybe a sweep, but then we both stand up for a second because you don't want to get swept and I don't want to stop trying. So then we both stand up. At that moment, I'm telling you right now, you see all the hip throws happen because they forget about the judo, right?
wow.
You go from the ground, you stand up, and then here it comes, and then and you have it. So it actually does, and that's what I do when I'm.
It's awesome.
Yeah, when I teach all my kids classes, I'm like, you can get them right out of the gate because some kids will stand with you. But don't sleep on that judo when we go up from down. Like,
makes
if you're
sense.
both on the ground.
I never thought
you come
about
up-
that,
And what's
yeah.
funny, in
No,
judo,
me
you
either.
can't even do that. So they'll stop you if you're on the ground.
Yeah.
And
Reset
then you
you.
stand up together. They'll be like, nope, stop. And then they'll just tell you to go back. So mate, right? They'll say mate, and you'll have to go back to your spots. And then hajime, they'll start you again. But in jiu-jitsu, they don't have those rules. You can just
Wow.
launch them right after you're
What a
standing up.
great-
Little trip.
Yeah, but you
pick
see it
back
all the
up.
time.
Oof.
You
What a
see it all
great
the time.
Oh,
in,
that's amazing.
Yeah.
In in the even at the highest level, right? You see drop soinagis, you see all this stuff from going up, and then they go up, and then hoop, and then right down again, and you get a nice little takedown out of it.
I mean, some of those judo
Very
throws
cool.
are just incredible. And then the way people turn to not be hit on their throws. I mean, the acrobatics are the equivalent of full gymnastics to a level of spontaneousness that's not even in gymnastics.
It's crazy.
If jiu-jitsu is involuntary yoga, judo is involuntary gymnastics.
Yeah.
That's a great analogy.
It will make you flip.
That's a great analogy. Yes. Yeah. I'm flipping now. I'm going to turn.
I have a take on judo and wrestling. A pin should count if you're chest and stomach are on the ground.
Oh,
That is
grappling.
objectively the
Yeah.
worst position you can ever
Yeah.
be.
As a fight ender, you were saying
No,
should
like
be
a
over?
pin, to pin
Wow.
somebody.
And they
now,
don't
if
do
they're
that
up, if they
there's
can,
no
if they can get to
grappling.
turtle, then they're still good. But if you can
There's
Yeah.
pins in
Make
judo.
somebody. Yeah,
Totally agree.
Judo.
Oh, but I mean, like in a
I'm talking
grappling
about
tournament,
laying.
there's
Yeah,
Because in wrestling, it's just shoulders.
right.
That's what it
Like
has
your
to be.
back needs to be pinned on the ground, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But like, imagine like face down on the
That's
ground.
the worst. That's the worst
It's
thing.
So much
way
worse.
worse.
So much
right?
worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like if you're so it
Oh,
doesn't
I see
count
what
as a
you're
pin
saying.
in
Yeah,
judo
and it should.
if my belly and my chest are
You're like,
touching the
I'm
mat.
safe.
But
You can't get me.
yeah,
You can't get me.
That's super gay
terrible.
in wrestling. That's
Yeah.
like the gayest.
Yes.
Like really? Oh, you're just there. Oh,
Yeah, but like, okay, I get it. Like, if I try to take you down and you go like on all fours,
Yeah.
then you're not
You're
down
good.
yet. You can build
Sure.
yourself back
Right,
up.
right,
Everything
right.
that looks pretty good. But if
Right.
you're like fully laying flat on your face,
yeah. That
that should be your pin.
No,
Like, you're
that's pure.
that should
Pure.
be.
You can make love to that person on the ground. Like, come on.
Yeah. Yes.
There's no points for being able to make love to
No.
on the bottom.
No, it's terrible.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
That's why I don't like those. That's what I don't like about ADCC rules is that if you get a takedown and they land in turtle, it doesn't count as a takedown. I'm like, dude, I've got to a very good position. It should be worth points. Like you're on top of someone, but they're back exposed.
There was a weird rule. What's the IBJJF rule where like if you have to clear the arm to be on the side of them, right? You can't be front headlock doesn't score, right? But like if you're past
Behind
the
them.
shoulder line,
Right.
you can get that score.
That makes sense because front headlock is not really like a damage doing position. What I always tell
Not to
people,
you with your big ass neck.
what I mean is like, so what I always tell people is that like originally my understanding, right, is that points were different positions were awarded point values based on how much damage could be done if we
Yeah,
were punching.
in a striking.
And that's why I hate the stance that people go, oh, it's all about submission only because like point jiu-jitsu makes it less like a fight. Like no, it makes it less like sub only is less like a fight because you're
It
like
is.
just
100%.
fucking dance on my face as long as you don't choke me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
And it makes leg locks like super available.
Well-
like you could pound somebody, and if somebody grabs your leg, you could pound their face in.
right.
Which is why the rule set in casual rankings is
You haven't brought it up at all.
No,
You should
I know,
bring
I
up
know.
like a.
we made a rule set for it because we
Yeah.
figured it was going to be it's super difficult for everyone to score matches. You can't even keep track of how people score. A referee gets it wrong a lot of times. So we said, here's how you score the match. Two guys are going to do a 5-minute round. If you get subbed, you lose, right?
Sure.
If the match ends and nobody's tapped, then you go to ride time for mount or back. That's it. Nothing else. No scoring in the points.
Wow.
Not side
Nothing
mount?
scores.
Wow.
No. Not side control.
Side mount's
Right?
not a pin.
No,
It's
because
the
you
guys-
can. Because listen,
No.
you want to boil it down.
This is the way I do it.
Well, you want to boil
It's
it down
not.
to
If the guy's bigger, it's not.
No, but okay. So if I go from side to mount, that's
Yeah.
a progression.
Yeah.
But if I go to from mount to side, that's not a progression.
Right.
So-
if you go from guard to side mount, it's a progression.
It's a progression, but in my opinion, I wanted to make the least amount of things worth points. And
Okay.
from the mount, you
Yeah.
don't progress from the mount, and you don't progress from the back. You just sub from there.
What
Right,
happens if
right.
what
Yeah.
happens if nobody obtains mount or
Aha.
side mount?
So we'll get there. So if you let's say we finish our 5 minutes, and like I took your back 3 times, but I only had it for a cumulative of like a minute. But then you mounted me for like a minute and a half. You win the match.
I still win.
But let's say nobody gets the mount or the back, and it's just really even back and forth. Well, now you're in overtime, right? And it's sudden death, sub, mount, or back. First person to get the back, first person to get the mount, first person to get the sub, it's over.
This is
right?
so easy to like record too.
Yes.
Because if a match
Yeah.
was going on,
Yeah.
it was like click. The
Yeah.
timer's going on.
Yep.
You're mounted, motherfucker.
we have it,
You've been
and we-
mounted for 3 seconds,
Yeah.
and maybe
Yeah.
the timer goes on then,
Yeah.
and then like the timer
Right.
just and then like you could almost. It's almost like
I like that.
It's almost like Street Fighter, and you literally have a power bar. You're being mounted.
Your
and
XP
like,
points.
Yeah, your power bar is
And
going
think of the
down.
strategy too.
That's a lot
Like
of
think
fun,
about how
actually.
batshit.
That's super
Think about
fun.
how batshit crazy you go when you know that there's not enough time left to win on position anymore, and you just got a sub to win now, right? Like
Yeah.
you're like, dude, I can't mount. I can't. There's no
Yeah.
amount of times I can take this guy's back.
They've
or
got
mount
90
him.
seconds of
Like,
right time.
like
There's
that.
only a
Like
minute
that.
left to go in the
I
match.
like
Yeah.
nothing but
Yeah, right?
Hadoukens
Yeah.
and like who got flames.
So if you make it to the end of the overtime, it's a draw.
Wow.
Because think about it. That's pretty even. If nobody's mounted or taking
never-
a bag or sub,
Yeah,
in
exactly.
15
No,
minutes,
it's drop.
you guys are pretty.
I have
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
This is
like
a
that.
level up from the 10th planet, like the
Qualifier.
like the
EBOs.
overtime.
Oh yeah.
Like if you actually
Yes.
count, mount, and count back,
Yes.
holy smokes, that's like it's so easy to do. It's referee free, which is awesome because that was their kind of goal was like we're just gonna count the overtimes.
Right.
We're just putting a timer on then. But I think the goal, like we were talking about the old Hickson one, which like they were given 3 points for sub attempts, which was super cool. I mean, it looked really cool. Like the sub attempts were coming in on the screen. But man, if you could mount or back and then click. And then the timer's going up, and the other guy's power's going down. Holy smokes!
It'd be awesome if in the stadium too that there's like a tick 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 tick. tick.
Oh, the crowd could be like old Japanese crowds. Just be quiet.
Yeah.
Just
You just hear it?
Yeah.
The tension.
Yeah,
the
it's
tension
so
with the clock
it's so
ticking.
fun. We've tested hundreds of matches on it too, and
Really?
a bunch of different
Really?
schools. Yeah,
That was
Yeah,
your,
that sounds-
oh yeah,
Awesome.
Wow.
yeah, and just to so there is a way that you can record it, right? But I will say that nobody recorded during our tests so far yet because we didn't introduce that to the beta test group yet.
Oh, that was the one that you said that like somebody else has tried to do it.
Yeah. Somebody's trying to do it, but they don't know what they're doing, and they're making it. I don't know. Obviously, I'm going to talk shit on them because they literally stole my idea.
Fuck them.
They literally did.
Are they black belts?
You were
Are they
supposed to
any
tell
good?
us after the last podcast. You never told me.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But
No, fuck them. We're going to their house after
dude,
after this podcast.
in the trials of the many matches we did, not one person was unsure of who won. Mm-hmm. We're like, just keep trying.
Oh,
Who
it made sense.
had a like longer amount or back ride time or whatever, and it was like I was still having. I know it's gonna happen because like sometimes you're gonna be even, but like no one ever
You can't camp.
reported that. Oh, I think I won. No, I think I won. Yeah,
You can't camp down there. That's not like if you're camping, it's over. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and with a sense of urgency to get out is like strong too.
Yeah.
Because then that promotes more submissions because the guy opens up, he's
It
trying to get out, and
does.
his
Yes.
arm and neck
Big
and everything.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very
And
active.
that's
way
real
to
world
play.
too. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're in a fight, like
Yeah.
last
Oh
thing
my
you want
God.
to do
Just
is
chilling
be
on the bottom.
stuck,
Like, yeah, go ahead.
in this position where
Right.
like someone else can come up and kick you or anything. Like you want to get out of that. You
Yeah,
know?
And it's quite black and white.
Yeah.
Because it's mount and back.
that's it.
Side control.
Yeah,
I mean, honestly, side control in like if somebody's you're trying to debate it, but if somebody's like 30 pounds bigger than you, side control they can bench press you off of them.
well, it's not
I'll
only
say
that.
though, I love
What do you
side
think?
control.
I
I'd
feel
rather
you,
be
but
in-
in
sorry,
terms
go
of like the positions of like if the positions are valued based on potential damage, you can do much more damage from side control than you can from inside somebody's guard.
Well, let's
Inside
Well,
somebody's-
let's talk
mount
about
or
side control
back?
real quick.
No, I'm saying side control is superior in terms of damage
Well,
potential than
yeah.
guard is.
Right. And
Mount
that-
is
Yeah,
the
guard,
mount
right.
is the most
Yes.
superior.
But
We're not
let's-
talking about
I'll show
guard.
you. I'll tell you why.
Guard
and
gets no points.
I'm saying you pass if you got side mount, that means you pass the guard.
Yeah.
Right.
Better.
But there you are,
better.
sitting in side control,
Right.
and then
Yeah, I mean,
the
that's-
Varsity
but see,
is
here's the
30
thing.
pounds
Should have
bigger,
something to
and
it,
he
though.
bench presses you off of them.
Here's a funny way of explaining why I don't have side control because I don't care. Takedowns, no points. Guard
No
passes,
points.
no points.
Wow.
There's no points for anything. You don't get
Except for
points.
mountainside and
You just get the
mountain-
mount in the back because that is the final destination before the submission.
My only thing though,
Can you sub from everywhere else? Yeah. You
Blowing
can sub
my
from the guard. You
mind
can
right
so
now,
you can sub from
Adam.
side control. But in side control, when you let go of holding them, it's much
making
easier
Nick
for them to
mad.
get out.
You're
right?
making me mad. He's about to explode.
That was my angry
He was
face.
about to explode.
my
I know,
only
he's
thought
about
though,
to
it
explode.
obviously is coming from the most unexperienced
saying-
guy at the table. Is like when I'm
Brown belt, gross. I can't believe you're doing
So just
This
so
is
you
a
know.
black belt
But
discussion.
when I feel like when I have especially with like opponents that are much bigger than me, I don't want to go mount. Like I feel in a better position in side control. I feel like I can move.
Yeah,
like,
because your mount
I can
sucks
move
balls.
to north and south. Like we got to go left. I'll go north and south. My balls in your face. I'll go to the other side. Like
north, south.
I
North
can
South should
maneuver more.
I think should be included.
If I get on top, like they'll lock me down. Like all of a sudden, I feel a little more
100%.
pinned.
If I have a heavyweight,
No, there's.
I mean, like
North South should be included though.
What is it, like geometrically or
South
mechanically? Like side mount is a more stable position than mount is.
You can be,
Yeah.
but the thing is, it's only more stable when you're not doing anything. You have to have your hands busy
That's true.
holding
Yeah.
them,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then when you try to do something, then they get away,
Yeah.
right? So the thing about mount is you
Yeah.
can use your hands and
Yeah.
pin them
Yes.
simultaneously,
Yeah. True,
right?
Yeah.
And that
That's
was the
the
whole
point.
thing about mount being powerful, right? Is because you can have free hands and pin at the same time. Still.
What about North South?
now? Well, we got
A
to go.
gentleman like myself has a lot of kick. North South, I can really drop it like hard on it.
I love North South is my most
what's the term
frequently used.
again?
Cake.
So,
I have a lot of cake.
I use North South a lot.
Yeah.
However,
Oh,
I had to
it's
exclude it
amazing.
because this is how we got to it. The most elegant solution is just sub only. The problem is it's long, it's boring. No one's going to want to do that every day or all the time.
Yeah.
It's crazy. You have to recover for like a week after a no time limit match if it goes like a 90
Oh
minutes.
my
It's
God,
crazy.
I know.
It's
Yeah.
boring. It's not the answer.
Yeah,
So
it's-
then you go, okay,
Yeah.
what about just win, lose, or draw? Well,
Okay.
Metamoris tried that. That's not.
Who did?
Metamoris,
Metamoris.
right?
Metamoris.
Metamoris tried that, and it's not
They
fun
had
because
great
there's no
matches. Yeah,
cost.
some
Again,
super fun
it's
matches.
like, okay, well, I'm going to play you.
Just
with
easier
the
matches.
guy.
But is the goal though? If you're trying to figure out what the best rule set is, you have to figure out what the goal is. Because is the goal to make this most to make it marketable and televisable, or is it the goal to make it like the most effective, most realistic martial art form without
No,
taking brain
actually,
damage?
for this platform,
Yeah.
it's none of those. It's how can I get every single person who trains jiu-jitsu to be able to know, understand, and do this, and be able to score this like your friend who's a blue belt can score your match right, literally like in 5 minutes.
I mean,
after reading
shiny
rules,
things
right?
pop up
And
if you get
then-
mount or
right
back.
So, but here's the thing. There's that, but it also has to be fun and it also has to make sense,
Yeah.
right? So there's a lot of other elements in there, right? So it's not like because you can take some rule sets that have decent amount of like they're fun to play, right? But if you do it this way, it's fun, but it's also very easy and not confusing. It's very hard to mess up this rule
Yeah.
set, right?
Mount or
And
back.
obviously, then
That was it.
submission wins all, right? So it's like
yeah,
it doesn't
so-
matter.
But
Like,
the philosophy is how far from that peak. So you want to do sub only because it's just the purest one, like just sub only, right?
Yeah, for sure.
It's like the purest, but you run into these problems
Yeah, yeah.
of like
They're
the,
gross.
the length
They're
of
like,
it
yeah,
or whatever.
some of them, yeah.
So then you go, okay, the next most simple is just a win or lose. Well, that's sub only, or win, lose, or draw. And at the end of the time limit, if no one's won, then you draw. But then you got guys that can just shell up. The problem if you're getting ranked, like with like ELO points, is that like let's say that I'm like lower than you. And I decide that I'm just going to shell up and
Just get a
draw
draw,
a match,
and
and I'll
I'm still
win
gonna
points.
bump up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I didn't want that.
Sure, like
you can't have that, right?
Nick's neck's too thick. You
Right.
like you're trying.
I can't. Yeah, yeah.
Right.
So then the next most,
Like I'm joking him, but he won for some reason. It's like he has a tap from thick ass neck.
So the next thing is what is, there's submissions. Yeah, submission you win. But what's the next most dominant thing to submission? Just one notch down.
Yeah.
Right?
Mount or back.
Mount or back.
Yeah.
So then you could keep
love
going,
it.
but I don't think
love
you
it.
need to. And that's why I did all these tests, because I wanted to confirm that at this point, it's good enough if you do it the way I was saying. And it turns out it is. Everyone has fun. It's super easy, and you don't have to add anything else.
So
It's
wait
just
a minute,
mount
back
or
with hooks, or can we do
Body
like
triangle,
a body triangle
yep.
works.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think body
Come
triangle
on.
works.
Yeah, you got
It's a
to.
back.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can squeeze somebody's fucking guts out there
Yes.
now.
Yes.
You can squeeze their intestines.
Yeah, the days
out their mouth.
of
It's so weird that you have to have hooks to score because the body triangle is so
It's-
far superior.
those are terrible.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, it's worse.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
body triangle
No,
shit is worse than hooks.
Should be
Yes.
5 points.
Yeah.
Body triangle should be 5 points and
It
hooks
should
are
be-
4.
I'll fight a body
Right,
triangle
yeah, I'm with you. Yeah.
instead of my neck.
Yeah.
I remember
Yeah,
the first time I
Somebody's
got.
putting a body triangle on. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Take my
forget
neck.
my neck.
Yeah, my
You gotta-
spleen.
I gotta.
I remember the first time I got caught in the body
Yes.
triangle.
Oh,
Ugh.
did you?
That's all I got to say.
I thought there was gonna be a story. You just stopped and like looked into your memories.
It just went, ugh.
This is horrible.
No, and I tap.
What is this?
When you tap from a body triangle, you're like, yeah, what is this?
I did not tap.
Why did my intestines come out of... why did I taste my intestines on the back of my
Wait,
tongue?
what are you doing?
For a moment.
God!
Let me ask you one thing
You're
though.
so mean.
What about most black belt matches? The majority of them, nobody mounts
Yeah.
because it's so closely matched.
Yeah, so
Or back.
for the purposes of a in-gym role, right? Because these aren't, so like, let's say you go to like chess.com, right?
Sorry.
And you're playing chess on chess.com. And
Okay.
you're like, okay, I want to play my friends.
Do you play chess? Do you play on chess.com? I want to
Okay.
see if these guys...
Do you guys...
I don't.
These lower life
No.
forms.
Okay.
Yeah. See, I just want to see. Okay, don't even look at them. Yeah, I play on chess.com.
You're playing-
Chess.com is amazing. Yeah.
You're playing on chess.com.
They don't,
And
they don't know what you're talking
It's all
about.
good.
What's chess? It's CHESS.com. And it's chess. It's just the game of chess. But there's great stuff on there.
Right.
Yeah.
So
please.
you're
Go
playing
ahead.
somebody in there.
Yeah, thank you.
That you need to be able to play at high volume, and a lot of people are there. But that's not, the World Chess Championships are not played on chess.com.
Right.
Right? They're
Right.
played at like a controlled venue over the board a lot of times, right?
Ooh,
Like
yeah.
they're there, right?
They can kick you in the shins and
So
stuff.
with
Yeah.
this platform is not meant to be
real. They
the
kick you
World
in the shins.
Championships,
The Russians
right?
do, though. The
This
Russians
is supposed to
kick you
be
in the
something that
shins.
we can do every day. Yeah.
No, they do. That's what they do. They like.
Yeah.
What was your- what was your-
I read
what was
Josh
your move?
Waitskin's book. Yes. Yes.
They'll kick you in the shins.
Yes.
No big deal. It's part of
Yeah,
the game.
the art of
though.
learning. You will learn that
No, the art of
he was kicked under the table. Yes.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they? Like, oh, we're playing chess. Oh, neat.
God.
Yeah. Kind of got you out of it a little bit.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
But so what it's meant to do is be usable for everyone. Like you can use it within your academy, and then you can go to visit other academies, right, and open mats, and you're supposed to play them.
It's all
and,
applicable.
yeah, and
It's
so
like,
and
this is the rule set.
You would get a rating that way, right, and it would very accurately depict how like hard you were going to be.
Would
to
you have
play.
like an AI like watch the video and be like, this person has more right time? Like who did
No,
you
no
yeah,
AIs,
it's it would be very obvious to go back yourselves and calculate who had more right time, but it calculates it for you, because this is the thing I didn't say. I don't know if I want to give this away.
Oh, yeah, no, give it away.
Just in your
just very,
yeah, because so
Yeah.
many people are listening right now.
Well,
it's literally
I
hours
thought-
into our podcast.
50 downloads an episode.
I
sir.
know it's real. I think we have 100 on our first one.
Well,
Yeah,
I told
hundreds
way
of
less
people.
than that about my idea,
So you're
and
going
somebody stole it. So I don't want to tell them how to make their app better.
Well, I don't know. Just
But I do
give us
have
the
patents
gist.
on this stuff, though. Like, I don't get what they think they're going to do, but if I really get pissed at them, I can just sue them, I think. I don't
We
know,
got
like-
3 black belts and a brown belt
Yeah.
disabled. We'll
Yes.
take you.
Yeah.
We'll crush their ankles and their families. Everybody, it's gonna be walking with a limp. Whoever takes this,
No.
okay? So just focus.
But there is
pay
a way.
attention.
I will tell you guys
Okay, good.
after how to do it.
Did you see? I just want to bring something up about Josh Waitskin, and then I really got to end this because I can't stop fucking
Yeah.
yawning, guys.
Guy, what? We just started
Oh, it's
this.
a palindrome.
We just started this. This is a full Rogan. We're doing 3
This
hours.
is a full Rogan.
It's a full Rogan. How much time is left?
Actually,
It's
I
almost
think I
over.
got to end it right here.
What? Oh.
Yeah, I
all
guess
right.
my daughter's awake.
Yeah, we
no.
did it.
Yeah.
We did it.
Yeah.
Well, the door's cracked. We could have shut that thing and saved everybody.
I don't think she's up from that. She's. I guess Ashton's been texting me. I didn't realize. All right, guys.
Okay.
I'm in trouble.
All right. It's fine.
I hear you.
GG's.
Think about I left my wife at
GG's.
home alone.
Just give us a good
I can't even help her.
Just give us a GG's.
Yeah, I might actually have to sleep here.
Well, this turns into this is a fold-out couch. All right, guys. Post Roast Podcast, YouTube, Spotify, and iTunes. If Miles ever gets his shit together and sends me the files I need. Actually, that's not true. You sent it to me, and I haven't
That hurts a
done
little
anything
bit.
with it. I haven't done anything. You sent it to me days ago. But anyways, give us a follow. Name of your school coming up.
Mission Grappling Club.
That's right.
Congrats.
Yes.
That's
Thank you.
awesome, brother.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. That's it, everybody.
Cheers.
Peace.
Cheers.
That's it.